We are better together. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So stand up tall and know your worth. Let your heart represent. Do what you feel in your heart to be right. Even when they criticize, you know the truth that lives within you, so hold your head up high. They'll talk if you do, they'll talk if you don't. They'll tell you that you can, then swear that you won't. You'll be damned if you do, and damned if you don't. So live the life that's yours to live and let them say what they want. We are better together. We are a new family, together on YouTube. Subscribe and sharing our opinions, sharing our lives and truth. Through thick and thin, we support each other. Through laughter, tears and pain, we may come from different places, but together.
Okay, I'm back.
We are better together. Some days we agree with each other, some days we see things differently. But friendship doesn't mean we have to think the same on everything. We share our story, share our laughter. Sometimes we share our tears. And when one of us is struggling, the rest of us are here. We are better together. I may not be better than someone else, but no one is better than me. We all have a voice, we all have a story, and we all deserve to be free. I won't look down on another soul, and I won't let them look down on me. I may not be better than someone else, but no one is better than me. We are better together. Do what you know when your heart is right, even when the whole world disagrees. Yesterday taught us where we've been, tomorrow is ours to see. We're sharing our lives, we're sharing our truth, supporting each other in all that we do. Through thick and thin, wherever we may be, no one is better than you. No one is better than me. But we are better together.
Well, good evening, everyone. A little late night chit chat. I called out sick tonight because I thought I was getting a sinus infection, but I think it was just some mucus plugs or something. I had a fever this morning, so I thought, well, I got to stay up till at least 6 o'clock in the morning. So let's see if some of my friends wanted to come over and chat.
I'm here. Hello. Oh, she took her headphones off there. I was just saying hi to you. Hello. What's up?
Hi. Yeah,
Did you hear me interrupt your song?
I did. I was like, oh my God, Shibby.
I'm sorry, because I muted it. I muted my whole browser, so I didn't think there was anything happening. I didn't think you went live yet. Then I realized you had gone. So
I'm like exact. I do exact timing. Yeah, I figured I'd wear the headphones tonight just in case my husband goes to bed early. He's normally up pretty late, but and I wanted to make sure that my mic worked too, because when I was on with my niece last week, everyone said she was loud and I wasn't. And then when I was on with Sleuth, that was really nice. I got an email from him out of the blue. He invited,
I saw some of that, yeah.
Yeah, he invited me on the other night, and same thing, I had issues. So then, of course, I asked ChatGPT, and we went through step by step, and there was something in my Windows that was affecting the mic. So I adjusted that.
I can hear it still. I know what your problem is. You got moved. Is your mic hanging on the wire near your top? Like, are you moving it? Because it's making,
I move around a lot.
Something is moving. It's your microphone's like moving. I hear it.
Oh, you know what? It's on the table, and I move around a lot. And when I put my arms,
that's why. See, I use one of those arms, and it's connected not to what I'm. So you can't. So mine hangs kind of over my shoulder and up, and so.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But next time.
If you ever can, next time, because every time you move, it's constantly making a noise.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'll try and be a little bit more diligent.
No. That's why you got me here, to be. See, now everyone's going to just remember my neuroticism, and your beautiful mic won't bother them.
Well, and I even went all out and got the Yeti because it's supposed to be, one
Ooh.
of the real good ones.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
So
wonderful.
we'll see what
Sounds amazing.
happens.
Sounds
I'm
really good.
I'm trying. Well, let me
Sounds
say hi to
awesome.
everybody in my chat real quick. Hi, Chris, Lacey, Kim Wells, Tina, Fanny Pack. Oh, such a cozy group. Janet's here. Nicole is here. Awesome. Awesome.
So you see the little paper clip? Those are all my people. You see a paper clip?
The paper clips are yours. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm
Because
saying hi
I'm
to
dual
them
streaming
too.
from you. No, good. Yeah. They need to be said hi.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Well, I like the small chats because there's less nonsense and we can actually say what we want to say. People can say what they want to say and they don't feel like they're not being heard. I like when people feel like they're being heard. And you got, 5,000 people, unless you send a super chat, and half the times those don't even get read. So it's tough. Hi, V.
Who's V?
She's in my chat. Haha.
Of course.
Hi, Mustang.
I tell her if anyone else is on, default to them first.
Oh, I love when V is in my chat because she asks the best questions. She makes me think. She doesn't just let me get away with anything.
Right,
She will correct me, and I love that because if I don't get corrected, I'm never going to learn. I'm never going to improve.
She
so
listens,
yes, thank you, V. I appreciate that.
Ditto.
So their adventure to the border was interesting, huh? I knew that there were limitations to go on the Native American reservations, but I didn't realize it was so strict. Because out here,
I think it was worse when they found out Daniel was with them. I believe.
Oh, because a politician was with them. Maybe.
Right.
Hi, Mustang.
I think it's more like he was for the wall, right? He's campaigning on that. And the guy that was there, he looked like that area was protesting the wall. So for him to bring that guy to behind the scenes wouldn't have been good, I think.
Yeah, maybe that was the issue.
Because
we have a lot of land out here out west, lots of casinos, and they sell lots of great fireworks that are illegal. So
yeah, you guys got good fireworks. My buddy growing up, we used to go to Florida every summer, and whenever they went, and he would bring back bricks of those cherry bomb little fireworks, firecrackers. And
we've had such issues with lack of rain in the spring. I mean, we get rain, but it hasn't been like it's been. So last couple of years, we've had a 0 fireworks in our county.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to start.
Well, several years ago. I mean, it's been a while. These 2 teenagers were up past Multnomah Falls, where Nikki and I went, and shot off fireworks in the middle of the woods, and set miles and miles and miles of forestry on fire. It was really bad.
So what area, what state, do you mind saying? Do I know?
Yeah, I'm in Washington State.
Okay. Well, so
yeah, I'm right across the river from Oregon. That's why Nikki and I have been able to get together, because she's about a 35-minute drive from me.
Oh, cool.
So that's why I picked her up and we drove up to Multnomah Falls.
Yeah, I caught some of that. How'd it go?
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful, but there were too many people, Shib. It's become such a tourist attraction, which, when I first moved out here 37 years ago, you could just drive, park, and go. Luckily, my husband was like, you do know you have to have a parking pass now at Multnomah Falls. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I got online. I had to pick a time slot, because you have to be there at the time slot or you don't get your spot. And then with all the tourists there, we were crossing over the bridge. I don't know if you saw that part. And I politely stopped because this tourist family was about to take a picture and I didn't want to get in the middle of it. And the guy behind me must have been in a rush, and he literally shoved me from the back to walk through. And if Nikki didn't grab my arm, I would have fallen to the floor. And then she wanted to go find the guy and kick his ass. And I was like, no, I mean, thank you for being so protective. But the guy was an a-hole, and he'll get his karma. Somebody probably hit his car in the parking lot that day. So
People, it's people.
people are just,
Doing it.
they forget. They really forget that. What does it take? A moment of kindness. Wait literally 5 seconds for these people to take a picture of their family. Come on now. Oh my
I
gosh.
thought you
When
were
we,
gonna say you stopped your car to get out to help them take the picture or something, like so they can get in, and you were taking a picture. I thought you were gonna say that at first.
no, I'll make
Hmm.
you laugh though. When Nikki and I were at the beach, I let her sleep in because she had a long night. She kept going live after I went to bed. And so that next morning, I got up at 6 because I was going to do the sunrise, and it onshore flow like crazy. There was no sun to be had. So, all right, I needed to get some video and sound for my sleep video for the ocean. And there was a family there, and this guy on a bench taking a picture of them. And I said, "Oh, sir, I'll take the picture of you and your family." He goes, "No, I'm the stranger taking a picture of the family." So I said,
Wow.
"But wouldn't that be a great picture? You take a picture of them and I'll take a picture of you with them, and then they can say that's the stranger that took the first picture." But
Right.
they
Yeah.
didn't find me amusing.
You get in the picture and make the dad take a photo of you with his family.
That would have
Just,
been hysterical.
I just,
Yeah, I've got a pretty dry sense of humor, and sometimes people don't know I'm joking, and I have to say, "I'm joking."
yeah, you
Okay.
have to say it now and then. It's sometimes obligatory to say, I'm
Just that
joking,
I'm joking.
or put the little LOL or haha.
Oh my gosh, I've been doing it lately to my patients because I find it amusing because I have a sick sense of humor. They'll ask me for something and I'll just immediately go, "No." And then they'll look at me and I go, "I'm joking." Of course
Yeah.
I'll
You see,
of
once you do it a
course
couple of
I'll go
times, they'll
get it.
know you're a jokester and you won't need to do it as
Exactly.
much. So
It's like,
you're conditioning them to get
of
jokes.
course I'll get it for you. But oh yeah, that initial,
And
"Do you mind if I have a
most of
glass of
them probably
water?"
smile. Oh,
I
go
go,
for it.
"No."
Yeah. Oh, like, I thought you were asking me if you can go get glass. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. No, Shibby. No water
I
for
was
you.
interrupting you like crazy. Sorry. I stepped on you 3 times there. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll ignore you like I always do. Um, so in your chat, I'll say, "Hi, John. Glad that you could make it." Who else came in? Paula, Zach. We have such a great group. Yay, us. Glad we decided to do this after hours special.
Yeah.
So anyway, I
See,
thought it was interesting that drive. It's so beautiful there, but I could never live in Pima County. That place scares the bejesus out of me.
looks okay, but it looks just dusty for me. I'd be just too dusty for me. My cars. Love my car
Well,
clean.
and I love when everyone says, "Yes, it's hot, but it's a dry heat." Uh-huh. It's still 110 degrees.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Once it gets that warm, even if it's not that humid, it's still warm.
It's insane.
But I do love it, like, because obviously you live up more north where it's lush, right?
Oh
Like you
my
have,
gosh, it's beautiful. No, it's
it's like a
beautiful out here.
rainforest over on the west coast there. Even Vancouver up to British Columbia, it's like the Amazon forest, the greenery. Like even here where I am in Toronto, it's just everything's lush and green, and I
Well,
couldn't
I
be without that.
adjusted well, should be too, because I was born and raised on Long Island, and it
Mhm.
rained all the time there. And we had lots of
And
trees. I
snow.
was on
Right?
Eastern Long Island, so I mean, I was out in the country. And when people say, "Oh, you're a city girl," I'm like, "Yeah, we lived on an acre. My mom planted vegetables for us. I mean, we made tomato sauce every summer that my mom would jar for the year. So yeah,
Awesome.
not even close to the city. But it was
Mhm.
it was a nice life. It was a nice quiet life. And I
Love
always
it.
loved being 5 minutes, 10-minute drive from the beach. When my parents moved to Florida, that was another 10 minutes to the beach. That was nice. Then I moved to Texas. I lived there for 2 years. That's where I met my husband. And then he's an Oregonian, so he brought me out here. And I've been out here for 37 years.
Awesome. I think I live anywhere in the northern states in Canada because I think it needs to get a little chilly for
I
half the
do.
year because it
Yeah,
helps get rid of other, it helps kill off like mosquitoes and all that. It's like it
exactly.
starts fresh. Every year is fresh and new.
Well, I prefer the cold to the hot because with the cold, you can get blankets, you can turn the heat on. But man, when you're
Open the
hot,
windows. Yeah.
good luck on that. Yeah.
Mhm. Awesome.
So it
So,
was interesting.
mhm,
Um, I was streaming the closing arguments for the Clancy case today
mhm. How'd that go?
because because I was sick and I had nothing else to do and I couldn't sleep. And here's the weird thing, Shibby. It went for 2.5 hours. And then all of a sudden, I got this weird message from YouTube. And it said,
Copyright?
it was this black screen and said something about you violated something or
Yeah.
other. And it
I
shut
know why, I bet.
and
Ted got it too.
I didn't even have the Fox News thing on. I had a little banner at the bottom covering the Fox News logo.
Was it Fox News, as in Fox News station, or like somebody?
No, it was Fox News itself.
Hmm.
But you know what I think happened? Because it totally screwed up my beach stream. I was going to do 12 hours of beach streaming. And at 8.5 hours, I went back and listened. And all of a sudden, the Fox News stream jumped to my OBS and recorded my beach and the Fox News stream at the same time. So I was streaming Fox News twice.
Oh,
so I wonder if I got dinged for dual streaming or something.
No. What was happening on the Fox News stream? Were there not their reporters, but was there a special like YouTube personality talking and
no
doing stuff, or it was just the court case only?
Only the court.
I'll check out their feed, because Ted said that happened to him too. I thought I heard. So if I put Fox News and is it Clancy, right?
Yeah. I still have mine up. I haven't deleted it. So
Fox News Clancy. So they're letting you keep it up?
They haven't taken it down. They just shut the stream down. They allowed me to end the stream, and their little message is gone now on mine. My 10-second timer. Thank you. Is on there. I don't know. We'll see.
What it is in the future, when you get monetized or whatever, if any money is made on it, they'll get it. So they probably won't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, she's got like 300 streaming hours. Who cares? You know?
Yeah, they're not worried. But they would either way. If you do get the monetization in the future, if any money's made on it, it'll get sent to them, I think.
Yeah, that's okay.
Clancy.
I was, if I ever get monetized, I was planning, Jackie and I talked about it. We're going to pick foundations and charities to give that money to anyway. What I'll do is I'll put up, whatever is made, $20, $30, whatever, I'll match it or make it up to $100. So like $100 a month. I want to donate to like a local women's shelter, a children's shelter, something local in either, my state or her state. So we'll see.
I think I know. Yeah. Go on.
Have people send suggestions too. I like local charities.
Yeah. This is Fox News in the room doing this?
It was.
You need to use the video put out by the the city, like the government.
Oh, okay.
So that might be it.
Maybe.
Were they allowing reporters in the room with cameras? Seems like it.
I don't know what they were streaming it from, honey. I mean, it was literally just the closing statements. There was no commentary. There was no nothing. I don't care. Whatever.
Multiple camera angles too. Kept switching camera angles, right?
No.
It looks like the one I'm watching. Maybe I have the wrong one then.
Oh, okay. Well, look on mine.
Is it only one camera angle the whole time? I'll check yours.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the trip.
Mm.
That was an interesting drive. I like when everybody's together. That's so fun. And I like that JLR drove by Nancy's house. I have to say, me personally, I loved watching the streams when they were sitting out there. Once in a while, I'd put it up on the TV and my husband goes, he'll walk by, and then like an hour later walk by again. He goes, isn't that the same house you've been watching for an hour? And I go, yeah, but I'm listening to what the guy's saying. He goes, okay. He doesn't understand this whole YouTube thing. So.
And remind him that like every now and then Tommaso flies in with the FBI hot on his tail.
Oh my gosh, right?
Like because things did happen. We should go back and review if Faithful lets us look at his videos, Faithful Servant. We can check out like in the very beginning. There's still people that showed up and acting strange and doing things that I didn't see in those.
Putting in an alarm system that should have been there to begin with. That really, I got to tell you, that pissed me off. when they were installing a new alarm system, right, guys? I'm like, a little late now. Mom's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Why are we
Well,
installing an alarm system now? There's
for
nobody there.
Tommaso, the son-in-law, some son-in-law he is, because how easy it, these cameras, if you just buy 4 of them for $200 with
Yeah.
you can buy 4 of them with memory cards, get a ladder, and they come with the screws and everything. All you got to do is get them somewhere to plug in, screwed up underneath the, where however you can put them up in the corner of your home, one on each corner of your home, and just connect it with your phone to your Wi-Fi, and it's so seamless. And then you got to just aim it where you want it, and they don't even move, and they work so seamlessly.
With the kind of money Savannah has, Shibby,
Mm-hmm.
when they did the special at the Mexican restaurant, why didn't Savannah's security team say, you know what? We're local. People now know that your mom lives in this town. How about we go to her house and do a check? Let us see what she needs and we'll make recommendations. What the hell kind of security does Savannah have
Right.
that they wouldn't even suggest a recommendation for an 84-year-old woman who has a heart condition and mobility issues? Please
Well,
explain this to me.
White Tesla man looked like the type of guy who would do a lot of stuff like that. So they could have said, hey, take $10,000, hire a security company and yourself, get them to come out and set this up for their mom. Put a few cameras up, set it up so she can just look at it with her old iPad or whatever, and it'd be so easy.
Listen, we don't have a lot of money, and my mom's house was Fort Knox. My big brother is a tech guy, and she had cameras everywhere. He had to put cameras where she couldn't find them because she didn't like her privacy being interrupted because she had friends over every day. So she would unplug them. She knew if she unplugged them, she would disconnect them from the Wi-Fi.
Wow.
Once in a while, she would unplug the Wi-Fi. So he ended up putting a plastic box with a key over the Wi-Fi box.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So that she couldn't touch it anymore. If she was a pistol. And that's why I grew so fond of what I picture Nancy to be, because she's like fiery like my mom, independent like my mom, and having a specialty in geriatrics and nursing and having so many elderly patients. When I first came across this story through JLR, I was like, oh my gosh, like one of my 84-year-old patients, they're so vulnerable. And then to even conceive what she went through that night just made me sick to my stomach and made my heart hurt. And that's why I got so invested and obsessed, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, because if she got ripped out of her bed, and just imagine waking up to that, and then I can't picture how it even happened.
No, and I'm one of those people that when I obsess, I have to recount it in my head and talk about it over and over and over and over again. And until there's an answer, I'm never going to feel peace.
Mm-hmm. Which really bugs me, because they have more camera angles. It just drives me bonkers to think that they're not going to share with us tidbits at this point. They've got to have other camera angles. The neighbor's camera, somebody's picked up something. At least a little thing, like, was she wearing pajamas? Did she have slippers? Did the slippers fall off when they put her in the car? Like anything. Shock.
I understand everyone says we're not entitled to any information in an ongoing investigation. I completely understand that. But this is more than just a nationwide case now. I mean, we've got people from Great Britain, Canada, New Zealand, Australia. This is a worldwide case now. And to be so close-lipped about every single piece of evidence. I mean, it's not just, yes, we know that Nancy was home at 9:48 to 9:50. They can't even really tell us that. I mean, they say the garage door opened and closed, but what does that mean, Shibby?
What does it mean? You're right.
My brother had an app. He could open and close my mother's garage door too.
Yeah. I mean, just to picture Tommaso, if he really did just watch her going, like, I mean, it makes me furious to think that he doesn't get out, get her door open, help her out. Even if she didn't want to, you'd be there just in case she struggled. You don't have to grab her, you'd be near to help her. you'd be near to continue your conversation with her, to walk her up to the door, and you'd go in and make sure I would look around and the house isn't on fire and the doors are all locked, and make sure she's got everything. And it's such a lovely night, and give her a hug, and then you leave and close the door when she's in there all safe and sound.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You did that. Kind of like you just sat there, watched her walk in, and because they can technically say I saw her in the house if the garage door's just starting to close and she gets in and she walks in through that door, she's technically in the house, so he could say that, right?
Right.
He might not even know. What if the garage door closed and then she's about to close the door and somebody was in the garage behind the car? Like, he wouldn't even know.
Exactly. Or somebody was already in the house, or the back doors were already propped open. What if she left the garage doors open when she went over to their house to cool the house down? I mean, I know it was winter, so that whole leaving the doors open to get a fresh breeze, I don't buy that.
No, I don't buy it either with bugs and that. No older person would do it. The only way they might do it is if you burnt a pie or something really badly and smoke needed to get out, or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, other than
exactly.
So.
But no confirmation of any information. That's why, I always say, I can't say what my opinion is because I don't have enough information to even have an opinion. I went through the timeline with Jackie because she didn't know much about the case. And she's like, well, is that, definite information? I'm like, no, this is information we were told. And the sheriff read a statement from the family. He was given talking points. He didn't make talking points. Kind of shit. Sorry. Oh no, it's my channel. I forgot it's my channel. I can cuss all I want.
You can cuss all you want with mine too, especially this time of night. But anytime, it's fine. It's fine.
No, the BS one is like my favorite one, and I find myself saying that all the time. We talk about something, and I go, "That's total bullshit."
No, I've been saying a lot. Baloney. That's
baloney.
I love baloney.
Yeah, it's not natural for me to say that. I'm from New York. I mean,
I don't know why I say it.
BS is mild for me. You should hear me on the phone with Jackie in real life. I mean,
yeah, she's great. How's she doing? Is
she's doing. Start? Yeah, she's doing great. We can't do Friday because I work. We're gonna do Sunday. Actually, who are the two people that we're gonna do? She gave me 2 cases to look up. This young lady, Kira Coles from Chicago, went missing in 2018, a pregnant postal worker. I've been deep diving into that. And then the brand new one out of Massachusetts, Brooke Hanlon. She was homicide in June, that her husband found her, and the crazy 911 call. I can't wait to play that 911 call. It's such bullshit. But
I mean, we could cover a fresh case every day and still not get to everyone. It's getting.
I know. I mean, it's so
I wish
crazy.
People would just stop doing this.
It's just so crazy. But I told her, I said, I wanted to start, picking cases in between talking about Nancy, because I'll never stop talking about Nancy. As a matter of fact, Max and I are going to go live Sunday afternoon before Jackie and I go live Sunday night, because Max and I are going to do a tribute to Nancy's life. Because I told him I already did a deep dive and I already did my tribute video, but he's gotten so invested in the case that he's like, do you want to do a tribute video with me? And I said, of course. I mean, I love Nancy. I don't even know her, and I love Nancy. Of course, I'll do a tribute for her again. My pleasure.
Nice. But also, if you stay enthused, being able to do other things, you'll come when you do your Nancy stuff, you'll be that much better, I think.
Well, yeah, because I'd say into month 3 and 4, I had no news fatigue, I call it, because we had no updates and we were rehashing the same things over and over and over and over and over. And I was just like, I think I had called into JLR and I just said, you know what? I feel like I'm almost done. If the family doesn't care, why do I care? I mean, that's the point I was at, Shibby. I was like, well, if they don't care, why should I care? But I care because I'm a different person than they are.
Yeah. But also, that's not that even worse, that not only were they just not caring to help, Nanos was preventing people from walking in a public area to look for a clue. Even where
Right.
Jim went, a few of those spots, even out in public, Jim was out in the field, and it's like they want to arrest you for going and looking for someone.
I cannot even fathom why. Like I was telling Sleuth the other night, he's like, what should Savannah do? I said, Savannah should have billboards wherever she could find them and put them up. She should wrap buses with her mom's picture and Perp's picture and say, help us. When 50% of the people in that county don't even know Nancy Guthrie's name, there's a problem with the media there. There's a problem with getting information out. There's more people on YouTube that know the name Nancy Guthrie that do in Pima County.
Right.
Or even in the state of Arizona. I mean, what kind of BS is that?
Also, you remember, like imagine Savannah showed up like Lauren did and just straightened up the flowers and, made things nice and waved. And
the local news would be on that like crazy. I mean,
but it would be a good thing too.
It.
They would cover it, and then that would get the word out. Yeah.
Correct.
But also, I always pictured like at least once or twice, I'm surprised they didn't just pull up to say anywhere, especially sitting out in front there, and hand over a pile of beautifully printed, flyers, because these guys are going to hand them out, and said, "Oh, I really enjoyed you guys doing that. If you know anybody who would like to hand these out," and then they would have given each other 10 or 20 each, and people would have them.
That's the thing that makes, and I'm sorry, they're suspicious because they make themselves suspicious. You tell the public, please call the FBI if you have any information. Okay, well, you're calling on us to help you, yet you're doing squat to help yourself. I mean, Savannah could afford 100,000 flyers in the drop of a hat and hand them to the streamers and say, I hate that you guys are in front of my mother's house. Here's some flyers. Why don't you go downtown and pass these out?
Or a neat thing to do, I would think of, say there's like, I don't know if it's like Kinko's or wherever they do them. Say, listen, go to Kinko's and say, here's $10,000. If anybody comes, I'll tell the word out. If you come, each person can come and get 100 flyers each or something.
That's a great idea.
Kind of thing.
Maybe
any
we
Kinko's
should
worldwide or North, any Kinko's in all of Arizona or whatever they call them. I don't know what you guys call them. Kinko's.
They had a billboard in Texas.
Right.
Okay. How does that make any sense?
Yeah, unless they knew something. Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they knew something we don't know.
When Chris and his wife were driving through Tucson, they looked for a billboard because they had heard that there was one. They never found it.
Oh, 1 second. I forgot to end my live stream. Did I? No, I did. Somebody said they hear my song. Who's she?
Squirrel. Squirrel.
I ended.
I love squirrels.
Somebody just wrote that, but I'm pretty sure I ended my live stream. So it scared me.
You could get me off on topic so easily.
I'm sorry.
That's all good. I can't wait to get my new background. I bought a 4-foot by 6-foot poster that's on my Chinese screen behind me, not realizing that high gloss reflects the computer screen. So it reflects.
Yeah.
So I bought a semi-gloss that I should get here in the next week or two. But I like having a real background because those virtual backgrounds, my head would disappear.
Well,
I had like a divot in my head.
At least you have to have the green screen because like Wayne has been doing it lately. You seen Wayne?
No.
He or when Justin was doing it, remember Justin? He would like lean back and he would disappear into his it's kind of So when I get my camera going, I think you need the green screen backgrounds they're okay. But yeah, obviously the one you have is perfect. A real one is the best, I think. Yeah.
I love it. I love it because it encompasses the whole world and all of our YouTube family. That's what gave me the idea of doing the globe with nighttime lights and the sun, a resolution of the sun coming up from behind the world. Yeah. So it's kind of.
Is it like one of those ones you pull down or just a big picture or?
It's a 4-foot by 6-foot poster.
And what do you have
Yeah.
it on? The wall? Just the wall? Or
No, I have a Chinese screen.
Chinese screen?
It's a room divider screen.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those. I taped it to it. So
Awesome. That's very ideal. I might just do that myself. Instead
well,
of having to do the big pile of laundry in the background, I will just put one of them up.
there you go. See,
That's what
easy
I'm worried about.
easy peasy.
Mhm.
So should we see what's everyone's saying in the chat?
Yes. Yeah, we should.
I'll have you
I
pull them
forgot
up.
they were here.
Can you
I
pull them
forgot
up,
they
or
were
I have to pull them up?
I can't do anything. And I guess I could pull them up. Let me see. No,
Well, you're my super mod. I'm sure you can.
but that doesn't. No, it has to be through StreamYard, not.
Oh, all right. Let me go up to the top. Let's see what we got. Oh, hang on. This I have to say this one. Chris said Shibby. Ugh. I love
Yeah,
that.
that was the first one I saw.
I love
that when
you,
I came to see
Chris.
that. Yeah. No, he's a jokester.
I
think I
love
got cranky
him.
with him. I forget what it was about. He said something to me, and I got cranky. So
That's because you need to
awesome.
eat during the live stream.
I know.
You need to send me your phone number so I can text you and remind you to
V's
eat.
fault. No, it's V's fault. She's there, and she knows when I'm getting cranky.
Sometimes, yeah, I'm a little bit more delicate than she is. I can give you my nursing advice and say, Shibby, your blood sugar is dropping. Go get something to eat.
I know. Actually, I just ate now because I wasn't hungry, so I had another shake, my milkshake. But I used blackberries and blueberries this time, so it was different.
Oh, good. No, you have to have a little protein because then it levels out your blood sugar.
Yeah, I put a huge scoop of protein powder. I use skim milk, and I put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of plain yogurt in too, so I have plenty of proteins.
Oh, and yogurt's good for your digestive system. It replenishes the good bacteria.
Yeah,
because sometimes when you get an infection, you take antibiotics. Antibiotics kills bad bacteria, but it also kills the good bacteria in your gut. And that's why people get secondary gut infections called C. diff, which is nasty.
C. difficile and that, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
I never get, honestly, I've always done good with that. Made sure I ate yogurt and fruits and stuff. And so.
Oh, I saw this on X, Tina. We all need to be a Dolly instead of a Jolene. I reposted that on my X account. I love that. I know.
So Jolene's the song, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the details of it. Who is the Jolene song about? Or is that
Jolene's more like Miley Cyrus? You definitely need to be a Dolly and not a Miley Cyrus.
Ah, I got it.
Yeah, matter of fact, we heard the news. Nikki and I were in a store. She was getting a sweatshirt because it was a little chilly out because she only had a t-shirt on. And oh my God, we both looked at each other when we heard it on the overhead radio, and we both had tears in our eyes. And we both did this. It was a sweet moment, but it was so sad to hear, real shocking to hear.
Yeah, and you know what I did when I went to look, I went to look on Wikipedia to see her songs, and I tried to get through A and B, and there was like 100 songs. I couldn't even, like, oh my gosh.
I know. And I don't like country music, to be honest with you, but 9 to 5 was always my favorite. And I just loved her as a person.
Yeah.
So
always
many messages.
peachy and rosy. Like, I mean, I feel like I'd like to say where I liked her best, but I feel like I've seen her almost everywhere do something. So it's like, I couldn't pick one. It's like she seemed to show up everywhere back in the 80s and 90s.
V says Court TV is usually okay to stream. But I don't know about the trial. Yeah.
I wouldn't stream. I've never streamed from Court TV ever.
I'll figure it out. I think it's okay if you use like a minute or two. Like when I do the cases this Sunday with Jackie, I've got little clips, but I'm only going to play 1 minute, 2 minute, and then talk like you suggested a while back, because some of the stuff
you don't have to though.
Some of the stuff is like 7 and 8 years old. The one case, the gal from 2018, and then her family pleads every year on her birthday. It was so sad.
Wow. So what I was using I did the Megan Sunwell trial, the insulin murder mysteries out in Utah. I did the Corey Richards trial, and I did the Dale Warner trial in Michigan. And all of them I just watched the videos, but it was the one single camera angle, or from the state put it out. It was the state put out for the people. It wasn't Fox News getting in there and using their cameras or anything. So that's
I'll have to learn. I'll have to learn how to
watched it
do
for
that.
like a month straight, 6, 7, 8 hours a day watching those videos, and I never ever once got even a warning.
I'll ask my best friend Chat. He tells me everything.
Because it seems like this Fox thing is like the one I'm looking at anyways. They're showing all these different camera angles. It's like a whole presentation. So maybe if you use the video that the county put out, it should be just like one camera angle probably showing the courtroom. That's the one you need to use, not this production that Fox made.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just the courtroom. Maybe that's why they haven't deleted the actual video from my channel. They gave me a warning. I don't know. I don't care.
So are we doing just with Nancy, or are we gonna?
Oh no, we can talk about anything. I call it chit chat because I wanted people to just tell us what they want to hear and tell us what they want to talk about, or if you had some stuff you wanted to talk about and ask me, or if you wanted to talk at me, I'll put myself on mute because once I get on a roll, I don't stop. Poor Sleuth.
I want to talk with you. No, I'm not one of those that wants to talk at. I want to with.
Sleuth learned that the hard way from me on, and I just kept going on and on and on. And he was like, "Oh, is something with your mic?" I says, "Is my mic telling me to shut up?"
But have you been following this Alex J. Barnett? That's what's got me a little captivated.
Tell me about it. I'm going to put myself on mute, and you tell me.
You don't have to mute, but I guess him and the Santiago guy and a third person, for whatever reason, they're saying, went into the home of that Ramirez and his pregnant spouse or partner, whatever, and they shot him, and she got hit in the arm, and she's pregnant.
Yeah, I watched that on 857, but I don't know any of the actual details. Like, was she pregnant with that other guy's baby?
Well, they don't know.
Was this a drug thing? I mean, what was it?
There's a whole bunch of things out there, because the night 857 and Alex went to the SWAT hostage standoff.
I saw that. Yeah.
After he came out, the sister allegedly came up and talked. It was allegedly the sister, like she alleged a bunch of things. She said she was Alex J. Barnett's sister, and she alleged that Alex J. Barnett thought the child was his. And she also alleged that they were pushing pills in there. That's an allegation she made.
Oh,
it's obviously
it's Pima County. I'm sure they're going to do a great job investigating.
Right, but then also Nanos he put out that one just today or yesterday that says that they got the wrong home or something like that. That it's random. These thugs were out there doing. He called it something, a hit, like not a hit to murder, but they called it. It's a type of robbery they do now. I forget what the name was. Maybe Chat can remind me.
The wrench attack?
No. The wrench is more tech, like through the internet, I believe.
And that's big money usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was named something. Like they were going to steal cars, like Dig or something. He said something like Dig or something like that. I'll find out soon. We can watch that, actually, the one, because he says it in there.
Can you bring it up?
Yep. 1 second. I got a playlist too. And then I'll share my screen.
Perfect.
Because he alludes to it, but I just don't buy it. Because here, I'll put a screen share up.
Listen.
You can put it up there.
When Nano's lips are moving, he's lying. Mm-hmm. The only time he doesn't lie is when he's asleep. And he may even lie to himself in his sleep. Who knows?
Or something. He's not lying. He's usually contradicting himself.
Oh, my gosh. Word salad. That's what I call him.
Yep. So I put
and you know what? I think he's got alcohol-induced dementia. That's my nursing assessment.
So put me up. This is KOLD News put this out 12 hours ago, this one. And so here it goes. This is him 12 hours ago. Ready? Let me know if you can hear it.
For 3 suspects in the murder of a Tucson police recruit has ended. 33-year-old Alex James Barnett making his first court appearance today, where a judge ordered him held without bond. Barnett was arrested last night at an apartment complex on Tucson's east side.
Now, I'm going to pause here for a second. Do you recognize him? He, out on the sidewalk, was a fan of 857s, and they were talking. 857 told him
he's the one who asked for the pictures, right?
Yes, he's him.
He wanted to take a selfie with them.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it. Yeah, I didn't know he was in this one, but yeah, that's him. And when he realized it was Juice, 857, and Alex as the three people that were arrested out front of Nancy, says he really got fanboy, and that's when he did the selfie. So it was awesome. That was this guy.
Multi-day manhunt.
13 News reporter Peyton May has been following the story all day and joining us now live. Peyton, what else can you tell us?
Yeah, Dan Brooke. Well, the PCSD tells us the Pima Regional SWAT team got to that apartment complex around 6 p.m. last night. After a 3-hour standoff, Barnett surrendered and was taken into custody. He was the last of 3 suspects to be located in this case and faces charges of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and aggravated assault. Now, this case has gotten a lot of attention throughout the Tucson community this past week. So I sat down with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos to ask about some of those concerns the community is feeling and how those rumors could be impacting this investigation. After a nearly week-long manhunt, the first suspect identified in the killing of 23-year-old Carlos Ramirez has been arrested. PCSD says local, state, and federal agencies worked together to locate Alex Barnett Monday night.
Alex, you are under arrest. Come out to the door now.
However, Aaron Cross with the Pima County Deputies Organization believes his arrest could have happened sooner. He claims PCSD detectives saw Barnett at a home last Thursday and requested to contain him until SWAT arrived. He says that request was denied due to a lack of probable cause.
If you have a positive identification of a homicide suspect at a home, you contain the home and then get the search warrant or arrest warrant and then get the suspect into custody. The decision that senior command made is really inexplicable and unacceptable.
But Pima County.
So I will pause it there. This guy, if you missed what happened, did you hear what he was saying there? He is with the deputies underneath Sheriff Nanos, and they don't like Nanos. So this happened on a Tuesday or Wednesday. He's claiming that they knew where this guy was, that the whole world, like a big manhunt for this guy. They knew he was in a home. They told Nanos they told Nanos,
right? And
he didn't go get him on a Thursday, and he didn't get arrested till the Saturday evening or whatever.
That's crazy.
He's claiming they knew where he was in this manhunt, and for some reason they didn't approve them to go get them, so they stopped looking.
Chris says that crime is called a RIP crew. R.I.P. RIP crew.
That's what it is, a RIP. So basically, they say people show up to known bad homes where they rip off their drugs and stuff, and their illegal drugs and money. So it's a good thing in that sense, because then they can't call the police. Like, what are you going to do? Say I got my 10 bags of marijuana was stolen from me. Like, you can't, or my 10 bags of fentanyl pills were stolen from me. So that's why they're doing stuff like that too. But here, while we're talking about this, I'll show you before we move on to the next one. I have the tweets, so you'll be fascinated. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't.
Give me 1 second. I've got them right here. This is the first one. I'll bring it up on the screen. So this is the first one. Let me make it a little smaller, and I'll put the other ones beside it because they do a part 2 of this, and it's from this guy tweeted this. So
oh my goodness,
and I'll zoom in and read it to you what he said.
Okay.
Right. So it's the night they got arrested. The night he gets arrested, this sheriff's under deputies, whatever they call him, it's the Pima County deputy sheriffs. This guy, he says this. So here's part 1. Pima County deputies, excellent work by our detectives and tactical teams. We can now share that this suspect was initially spotted by detectives at a local home last Thursday afternoon. Detectives requested to contain him at the home until SWAT could arrive. PCSD command denied this request. The suspect then fled and escaped for like 2-3 more days. We are grateful he is now in custody, and PCSD's command's reckless decision did not result in more bloodshed. So all his under deputies, whatever it is, that are claiming that they knew where it was. They told Pima County Sheriff's Department Command Center, that he's the guy you're looking for from yesterday. He's the guy, the big, huge guy on the Harley Davidson with a big red T-shirt. He's in this house, and they didn't go get him. That's what they're claiming. They're saying it, right? And he said it just right now too. That's what he's saying.
I completely believe that. Is that Aaron Cross guy, the head of the union?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. That must be so
that guy stuck his neck out by going up against Nanos, because Nanos, he knows people. I don't think that he has.
He could make their life a living heck.
He can make that until he's gone. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, he did. Isn't Cross behind a desk?
Oh yeah. I don't know all the details. Damien's better with all that. He knows all those details.
Listen, when I was charge nurse, it didn't matter whether I liked a particular nurse or not. If I knew that they were the best qualified for a certain population of patients, I'd still assign them, regardless of whether I liked the nurse or not.
Put the patient before your views, even if you hated them and they were running against you in something, and they were trying to take you down. You'd still do what's best for the patient.
They never did. Do that. All my nurses love me, but anyway.
No, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like,
but the point that I was trying to make is that you put the best person in the best position, and if Nanos cared about Pima County, he'd have the best detectives in the correct positions to do the best job that they could, instead of his friends who have zero experience or minimal experience.
Exactly.
And they F up everything.
Yeah. But they're there because they're his family, friends, or just yes people to what he wants done.
Yeah, cronyism is a bad thing. It destroys companies. It destroys the government, because my dad owned a small precision sheet metal company, and he made me work for him. I wanted to work at a shoe store so that I could get discounted shoes, but he wouldn't let me. So, you know where I started? In the mailroom. I opened mail, and I was the errand girl, and I wasn't allowed to answer
that cart
phones.
Thing around, or did you push a cart around with the mail on it?
No, I
see that in the movies.
I hand delivered it. It was a small company. Smart Alec.
No,
but anyway,
I see it in the movies all the time when they're pushing like a mail cart.
He made me learn every position before he would allow me to even be a receptionist. And then I learned bookkeeping, and then I learned purchasing, and then I spent about 15 years, not with him, but in different companies, doing purchasing before I had my kids and went back to nursing school. But it was a good learning experience. There was no nepotism. My dad didn't make me the head buyer at 18 years old. It was, no, you're going to learn the mailroom, and you're going to learn accounts payable and accounts receivable, and how to answer phones, and how to talk to customers, and how to talk to vendors. So no nepotism in our family.
Well, it's good for you to have that knowledge, because, you would know the ins and outs of each job, so then you can understand everything better. So
exactly,
I bet you're grateful for it now.
Oh, absolutely. You have to know every job of a position that you're a manager of.
Yeah. And it makes you a better manager. Yeah. About the time you probably wouldn't have chose it yourself. So your old man did you a favor in that sense. Like, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you in that sense. Like, this is what you need to do. Trust me. Just trust me. You'll be grateful. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in the future, you'll see how good this is for you. And you understand the whole workings of everything,
Hey, cowgirl, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I agree. Aaron Cross is the best. You are such a sweetheart, girl.
And here we go. So let's listen to the rest of this, because Nanos, trigger warning. Nanos is coming up. Trigger warning.
Oh no, I got to go downstairs and get my Excedrin. Okay, I'll put it on.
Put your blind on here.
But Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos stands by the decision his team made.
Alex Barnett has been wanted since day one. So I guess he was fleeing the scenes everywhere. We were searching for him. We'd locate him. We make assessments as to what the best strategy is to take him into custody. And that you saw was last night.
Sheriff Nanos says that claim is one of several in the last 24 hours that aren't true. That includes social media speculation about Barnett's relationship with the victims and the possibility of nefarious activity during their work as Pima County corrections officers.
To make accusations about a case they know nothing about, that is just shameful.
Sheriff Nanos says there's no truth to those claims and believes the home invasion to be a mistargeted drug-involved robbery.
This was a drug rip, and these two had nothing to do with it. They hit the wrong house. It's just that simple.
Last week, Sheriff Nanos told me the motive was likely a robbery gone wrong. He couldn't provide specifics as to a change in his belief, but says additional evidence points to the crime being drug-related.
Our role is to protect our victims, not attack them. And we look at the whole case, the entire situation, and let the facts lead us to our conclusions.
So he's so certain that they're victims, right? And I don't want to victim blame because they may just very well most likely be. But before the investigation is over, how can he claim that they were not up to them? No good. You know, or that this wasn't, or like the sister said, that Alex thought the baby was his because they had, you know, they alleged that. Like, he's so certain that these two, and it's most likely they are not involved. And it could be, and I don't know, but he's so certain, right? And he alluded to something in here I haven't heard before. The way he worded this, like he says we'd locate them, as if it sounds like they'd locate him a few times. Like we'd locate him and then. Listen to how he says this. Because after Aaron says his thing, he's responding to him here. So listen to his wording. I'll pause it right after he says the locate thing, okay? It's right in the very beginning here. He says, basically, he's almost confirming what this guy is saying is true. He says we'd locate them, almost like they've done it a few times. Listen to the wording, okay?
But Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos stands by the decision his team made.
Alex Burnett has been wanted since day one. So I guess he was fleeing the scenes everywhere. We were searching for him. We'd locate him. We make assessments as to what the best strategy.
So we'd make assessments. So it's like we'd locate him. He was fleeing the scenes everywhere. And then we'd locate him. It sounded like he's implying that he wasn't at home Thursday and they knew and didn't go get him. I don't know how else to make it. What do you think?
I think Nanos is a moron. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And the thing is either they don't tell him everything, so he just shoots from the hip and makes stuff up as he goes along, or they tell him and he doesn't remember, so he still makes things up and shoots from the hip. And
I think he knows a lot more than people give him, and he's controlling the narrative here. He's controlling the narrative.
You think so?
Oh yeah, this guy's no dummy. Come on,
Look
at this far. Like, he's no dummy in the sense that.
Does he have a black eye?
No, I don't think
Just
so.
bad skin.
Yeah, he's getting up there. It does kind of look, but
yeah,
he doesn't usually have bags, does he? Let's check the other eye. I didn't really think. No, he's got bag. He's probably letting us get to him, but I mean.
Oh, maybe bad lighting. Okay.
True.
Sorry. Always a
It
nurse.
is very bad lighting. No, you always. I
listen to the way people talk. Is their speech slurred? You know, are they stuttering? I watch how people walk. Yeah, that's why I stopped going to the gym, Shibby. I would walk through and I'd be like, oh my gosh, heart attack waiting to happen, stroke waiting to happen. Oh no, that guy is getting really pale.
Out loud, were you saying it, or in your head?
No, in my head. Because it happened to me at the vet. Here, squirrel, new topic. I went to the vet because my babies needed a checkup. And one of the techs came into the room and they were like, oh, Dom, I know you're a nurse. Can you do me a favor and come out to the lobby? And I went, why do I got to come out to the lobby? Well, we think that there's a guy passed out or dead or he had a stroke or something. I'm like, okay, but first dial 911. Oh, okay. She hadn't even called that 911. She came to get me. So I go out there and I'm like, oh, shit. The guy was like 300 pounds. And I'm thinking, how am I going to get this guy on the floor and start chest compressions? So I'm 5 foot tall. Okay. I'm tiny. And so I go up and I have a thing that I do. I have really bony knuckles. So I do this and I stuck my knuckles into his sternum and I just rubbed and he startled. And I said, sir, can you tell me where you are? And he's like, who the fuck are you? And I said, you're at the vet's office. I'm a registered nurse. You've either passed out or you have something going on. Because the guy said that he was having seizures.
Oh.
And he was sweating. And I said, "Sir, are you diabetic?" And he's like, "What business is it of yours?" I said, "Shut up and answer my questions."
Mhm.
So he's like, "Yeah." I go, "Did you take your insulin this morning?" "Yeah." I said, "Did you eat?" And he didn't say anything. I go, "Okay, you're having a low blood sugar incident." I said, "Do you have an implanted defibrillator?" And then he goes, "How the F did you know that?" I said,
Mhm.
"Because your defibrillator went off because the girls thought you were having a seizure." So
Oh.
luckily, the ambulance came pretty quick. I gave them a head to toe. The young paramedic was quite impressed. There's a thing between EMS and nurses for some reason. The old guy gave me the dirtiest look like, "Yeah, we know how
Mhm.
to do our jobs." And I'm like, "Listen, I'm just telling you what I observed. This is what I observed. He's yours now. But I recommend that you check his blood sugar." And I went,
Mhm.
finished up with my cats, and I was on my way out, and I said to the young guy, "What was his blood sugar?" He goes, 34. I said, "I was right,
Mm.
wasn't I?" He goes, "Yes, ma'am."
I knew you'd be right. Well, that's good.
I hate it when
You
I'm right.
no,
I
you
have a
did.
good I have a good intuition. I don't know if that's a Sicilian thing or it's a me thing, but I have a good intuition about people.
Yeah, it's an empath thing. So you either feel it or you don't.
Yeah, I do. I feel it. I feel stuff,
Yeah.
especially if I
So,
like people or don't like people. I mean, just I listen to them talk and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't like that person at all." And I don't even know them, but I
yeah,
already know. I'm so
sometimes
judgmental.
you can just
I
feel
like
it.
everybody in the chat. How's that?
Yeah. So here,
Anyway,
let's listen to the
go ahead
last.
and
Yeah,
finish.
it's
Yeah, I
only
told
2 more
you.
seconds here. No,
I can
no,
go off
no.
topic easy.
No, it's perfect.
Only 2 of the 3 suspects' names have been released in this case. That includes Alex Barnett and Santiago Rogers. However, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos tells me that 3rd suspect has been identified and willingly provided a statement to PCSD. He says they are currently determining his involvement in this case. Reporting live on the South Side, Peyton May, 13 News.
So they're still trying to determine his involvement. The 3rd guy is the guy who dropped the car off and wiped his fingerprints off. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. I watch 857 all the time. I
Oh,
get
okay. So you
alerts.
see that?
Well, I watch both of you. I put one on one phone and one on the other
I
phone.
see it all the time. Thank you. You're a great supporter. We love
I
it.
try.
This is the guy from today. This is the last video. Did you see this one?
No, that one I
This is
didn't
new.
see.
So
That
this
was-
is the guy. So I'll pause it for a second. I'll turn it down because it is a bit louder. So what you're going to see here is Santiago. He's the first guy that got arrested.
Okay.
The second guy that walks into the store, he's not Alex J. Barnett. He's Santiago something. So he's in court today on separate charges from before this even happened, months and months ago. So it is kind of indicative of what Nanos is saying. He sounds like a guy who's stealing cars and stuff. Excuse me. So it's only 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we'll just let it play through. He has a court appearance today. His name is Santiago. He's Barnett's partner, the other one that went in with him. And a couple months ago, he was stealing cars and stuff. Okay. So,
Superior Court, the 2 men charged with killing Tucson Police Cadet Carlos Ramirez has spent a lot of time in front of judges over the years, and one of them was back in court on an unrelated charge. Santiago Jorge Rogers was in front of Judge Alan Goodwin wearing the stripes that mark him as someone who needs to be kept away from other jail inmates because he's a threat or he's in protective custody. He was in the courtroom for a charge that happened months before the murder charges in the death of Tucson Police Cadet Carlos Ramirez. It's a case involving charges of car theft and an aggravated assault so serious, court documents say the victim suffered a broken collarbone, fractured skull, or both. In his first appearance after his arrest for murder charges, Alex James Barnett was also dressed in stripes that indicate special handling instead of the usual orange jail uniform. He was denied bond because of the nature of the murder charge, but the law called for him to be locked up for another reason, violating his probation for another criminal case. When that judge asked him if he understood his obligations, he responded like someone who's been asked that question before.
Do you understand that, Mr. Barnett?
Yep.
All right, that's all for today.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says one of the suspects, he didn't say who, said when they invaded Carlos Ramirez's house, they were working as a rip crew, criminals who work to steal drugs and money from other criminals. The sheriff says Barnett and Rogers simply had the wrong house, that there was nothing illegal that should have attracted them to the home that held Carlos Ramirez, his pregnant fiance, and their child.
So a rip crew, I'll buy that, but maybe there's more to it. And
Okay, so if it was the wrong house, why did he shoot him?
Right, yeah. I guess maybe why would you just shoot strangers? For no reason?
Just like,
I mean, I guess you got caught. I don't know.
If burglars went to the wrong house at Nancy's, why'd they take her?
Right. But also if it's not for any other reason, like why would you take a person from their home if you're there to burglar it? Especially if they died. You don't take the body, do you? No.
Right. That's why that whole mistaken burglary,
if anything, what I would hate, I would never do this, but what I would do is I would just set fire to the place to get rid of as much evidence and get out of there.
And there you go.
Unfortunately, right? Like I would never do that. But I mean, I'm saying in the mind of a criminal.
If you had a criminal mind.
Yeah. And just like dropping that car off too. Why would you risk it? Why not just get $5 worth of gas and pour it all over the interior?
Legit.
And another thing is in that video, that guy drops the car off and he could have dropped it off 40, 50 feet closer to where he was going, but for some reason puts it in front of that camera and between,
They're not very,
it. And then he walks right by.
Bright.
No. So, and I don't buy it that guy, in my opinion, the third guy is not just dropping that car off. In my opinion, I bet he's been the driver that whole night, and he's just at the very end drops the car off, in my honest opinion.
That's why I don't think these guys are involved. I know that was one of the latest theories, that maybe these guys were involved with Nancy. But the thing is they're evil, but I don't think they're very bright. And
now, when you say that, sorry, as you're saying that, I'll put the video in. This second guy is very reminiscent of Porch Guy. If anyone is, this guy could easily be the Porch Guy with his dimensions. So sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
No, being Porch Guy, maybe, because Porch Guy might have been somebody who was just hired to rip the camera off, or grab a body inside of a house, but no mastermind. That guy is no mastermind.
Oh, no.
Do you think he can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich correctly? Not sure.
Probably not. Because obviously, when you walk up to a camera, why are you using a branch, those branches to try to pry it off? And why wouldn't you bring them with you? Why would you have to go back to get the wrong tool? You'd at least be thoughtful enough to bring the wrong tool. So he's really dumb. If Porch Guy, because anybody would have a screwdriver in their pocket or one of those little multi-tools. If you're going on one of these and you got that backpack is full of stuff.
Hi, Finn.
Branch? Oh, Finn, where you been, bro? Hey.
When we were at the beach, Nikki and I were going to go to Duger's, which is a popular seafood restaurant on the coast. And then, of course, before we got to Duger's, there was a restaurant, Finn. And I said, we're eating at Finn. And I said, because it reminds me of Finn Fan.
Let's eat at Finn's. What'd you get? Or did you?
Oh, I got appetizers because I wasn't that hungry. So I got coconut shrimp, and I got a little shrimp salad with avocado and cucumbers. It was
I like those shrimp salads with the little mini shrimps in them.
Yeah.
The shrimp cocktails. Right? I used to get those. My dad used to buy them growing up.
They called it like a shrimp salad because it had avocados and cucumbers. And
my dad would buy like a 6-pack of them in a hourglass little kind of container, smaller, and it had that red sauce, and you'd eat it with a spoon and just like.
Nikki got a Dungeness sandwich with melted cheese on it and steamer clams, which, in back east, we call them baked clams, but they call them something else out here. Out here, we have something called razor clams, which are my favorite, but they were out.
Ooh.
They already were out. Wow. And then Dungeness crabs are the bomb. You want the best tasting crab. If you like crabs, Dungeness.
What's so good about them? It's just the taste.
The meat is sweet. It's just
small,
totally
big.
No, they're big. Yeah,
Ooh,
they're big.
lobsterish, lobster-like.
I think they're better tasting than lobster, but
Oh, a crab. Yeah, I'm thinking of like so crabs. Yeah.
yeah. Well, because back east, my dad loved crabs, so we always got blue crabs because that's what we have in the Atlantic. And then when I came out here, my husband was like, "If you like blue crabs, you'll never eat them again after you have Dungeness." And oh, he was so right. So good. Okay.
So here's the
Sorry.
parking spot. Well, no. Well, I wasn't really doing anything. Yeah, I prefer you jump in with those lovely little stories because I enjoy them. Got no time limit, no agenda here. Love that. Because like why this guy's gonna park the car here and then walk right past here? Like why not just put the car here and then you're already. Why do this? Makes no sense. So. Oh, I'll pause that for a second. Yeah. Did you have any other cases you want to look into, or?
No, I told you I was sick this morning. Didn't go to work tonight. I can't go to bed till about 6 in the morning because I've got to sleep all day so I can work
Awesome.
all night. And I was like, I want to chit chat with my friends because everybody's lives are so full, and people it's going so fast, and I wasn't feeling good till about 5 o'clock today, so I feel better now. So that's why I sent you the message and was like, well, I'm not ready to do nothing. How about we go live and see if there's anybody else that wants to hang out with us?
After you thought, when you guys right when you said that, right when you said it was perfect timing, because 4 or 5 people had come in to chat and were just kind of like all brought some much needed enthusiasm. So I was kind of feeling it. So you came right at the right time to say that. And I was like, yeah, I got nothing to do. I'm stuck on this night shift mode instead of just rolling around in bed and watching stuff. And
yeah,
I could be doing other things, but I can push them off.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time. You get to hang out with Domsea. Hello.
Look at you got
lucky
20.
bastard.
I got 60 people too. Wow. You got 20. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. Oh, to be in your presence.
Told you I have that sense of humor.
I could say I have that sense of humor. So I'll just say you're rubbing off on me. I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding. I love saying that. It's a funny joke.
My answer is always no.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. But it is late, so we're allowed to.
Oh.
V says that to me all the time. Yes.
No.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, she says no. Yeah. Yes. That's what she says all the time.
What other cases are you working on?
None. I'm waiting for this to get going because I see so much potential in the sense that
you're invested in this one. Yeah.
I see, like, with all of these guys getting caught and all the dumb things, like, look what they're handing us. Just walking around in front of video cameras and how many dumb things did they do? They bought 3 hats. Like, I've there's just so much these guys have done wrong. They wanted to get caught. They wanted to get caught because I got a playlist of this too if you want to see any more of them. Or we could. I also took a bunch of screenshots too, a bunch of things about this case. Unless you wanted to talk about something else.
No, I'm interested in this too because
here, I'll show
the
you
only thing I know about those 3 guys is what 857 put on his, because I watched his coverage. And man, he did great. He was there right from the beginning, through it all, and he was able to be there live, for the conclusion, at least, of that one guy being arrested. So I thought that was awesome. He did such a good job. And you did a great job covering it too.
I was lucky to be there with him on that live stream. Then he was like, I thought he was kind of playing into it for effect when he's like, somebody just emailed me. There's planes circling. Oh, I hear one overhead. I'm like, what is he doing?
You thought he was messing with you?
I thought he was just kind of playing for the people or something. All of a sudden, he's like, I hear a plane. Let's go follow it. And he jumps in his car, sends me complete control of his StreamYard by email. So I had complete admin privileges to do all of it. He jumps in his car. Within 5 minutes, he's wheeling down the street with the camera going. You got Alex jumps in the car. Within 15 minutes, we're at the scene of the crime, and the father and son are threatening to fight Damien.
I saw that.
That was
That was insane.
That
I
was
like,
his brother Shane.
I was like, put
and
your
the
shirts
father.
back on. Come on,
Can you
children.
believe that? Oh my God. I
Yeah.
told V thinks I'm being a top. If a guy did that to me, I would like
I would have started laughing.
You know what? We've got something we can quickly watch. So
Okay.
let me just show you one thing. It's what's the name of it? Shoot. Kenny, give me a second. The name of it is there's a Canadian TV show. Oh, it's called Kenny something. Kenny something. Kenny Canadian TV show. You got to see it. There's a hockey clip where these guys do the same thing. Kenny. It's the Kenny. Here it is. Here, letter Kenny. So here they are right here where they take their shirts off. So this is the one I wanted to show you guys. It's a Canadian TV show, and they show up, and I'll pause it every 2 seconds to show you. But you guys got to see this.
How long is this going to play so I can take a tinkle break?
Oh, just 2 minutes, but I'll pause it. So go for it. Go for it. Because hearing it, it'll be plenty.
Okay, thanks.
So go take your break. And
take over the show.
Awesome. Thank you. So everybody, this is what it's like to live in Canada. All right. This is our Canadian comedy. Watch this. This is Canadian guy. It's a TV show called Letter Kenny. Hope, I'll just play bits and I'll pause. The guy's sister getting dropped off by two hockey players. So these are two hockey players. Drop after, she's like a puck bunny, I guess they call them, and they're dropping her off, and that's Wayne, his sister. And so here's what happens. So I'll pause it there to interject. So far, so good. This is how Canadian men talk to each other. Watch. And it's just like they're down there in the USA. Right? Good point. I think that's what Shane did. He had backward glasses on the back of his head now that I think about it. So, yeah, he's making fun of him taking his shirt off but leaving his sunglasses on.
Hate to play poker star.
Sure. It's called Letter Kenny. And, Dom is back in perfect time. So I guarantee, if you want to learn about Canadian life, find Letter Kenny and watch stuff. So perfect timing, Dom. How is everything? You changed for us. Have you changed outfits? Costume change, I believe.
No, I'm still. I just was down like this. You only saw that.
Oh,
now I'm
no.
sitting taller. That's my Domsea shirt.
Oh, were you wearing that to start?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did. I really thought you did.
Yeah. See, I was down here.
Boy, oh.
You couldn't see it.
Did you hear that though? That was them basically showing up and ripping their shirts off. So
crazy.
I thought it was funny. So
Grace, the timing.
Where were we heading here? So where were we heading with that?
Oh, we were talking about the guys who ripped their shirt off. They took their shirts off because they were going to fight Damien until Alex turned around and was like, nah, he's with me.
Yeah. Could you imagine them? And they see Alex and he's like, oh my God, he's got more tattoos on his face than I do, or my brother together. So they're like,
grown men wanting to fight other men. I mean, it's just, are we in grade school? I mean,
yeah. Also, I was going to show you some of the new screenshots I took of stuff I don't think we've seen. So I'll share with you. So do you want to break this down or do you want to go? Because I still like doing this, but we don't have to. Because I saw some things that we didn't see before, like their criminal records and stuff here. The Santiago Rogers guy. And like this is what they say happened that day. So shall I read it? This is what that Santiago guy says. So statement of probable cause says the female stated that she heard banging outside. So this is Alex J. Barnett and Santiago go to the home. And this is what he states happened. Outside, I guess the defendant's name is Santiago. So statement of probable cause. Or maybe it's her saying this. I'm not exactly sure. It sounds like it's probably him because his name's on it. Defendant's name. So the female victim stated that she heard bang, maybe it's her, banging outside of the bedroom. And then, it must be her. I'm so sorry. And then her fiance came into the bedroom and yelled to get a gun from the safe and that there were two masked men outside of the bedroom. That the female victim described as wearing dark clothing with balaclava-style face coverings and tattoos on their arms. The male victim fought with both masked male males in the residence before gunshots went off. When the shooting was over, surveillance camera footage from a neighbor showed a dark in color 2007 to 2013 Acura MDX SUV leaving southbound on South Enchanted Springs Drive. The video was located from neighboring residences that showed the suspect vehicle. The Acura SUV parked near the residence between 3:50 and 4:30 hours. The vehicle was seen to have a missing cover for the gas cap, a different rim on the rear driver's side wheel, missing trim piece of the passenger side, and running boards on both sides of the vehicle. I think there's more to that. Yeah. Where was I here? More to the vehicle. Right here, both sides of the vehicle. Through the investigation, the additional surveillance video was located from a gas station approximately 3 miles away that showed two men wearing all black clothing approximately 40 minutes before the incident. One male was wearing a short sleeve shirt, pants, and white shoes, had a shaved head, a beard, and tattoos on both arms. The other male was wearing a short sleeve shirt, shorts, dark colored shoes, tattoos on both arms and neck, short dark hair, and facial hair. Per the video and store transaction history, the men paid in cash for 3 hats, 2 red Boston hats with black bill and 1 gray San Diego Padres hat, and 2 sets of dark gray gloves, similar to a lightweight ski glove. A similar looking vehicle was also seen in the parking lot at this time. Tucson Police Department later advised they received a call about a vehicle matching the description of the suspect vehicle in the area of Alvernon Road and Aviation Highway. Surveillance video from the gas station was enhanced and detectives were able to identify specific tattoos. Information was provided by Tohono O'odham Police Department regarding a possible identification for the second suspect. The male with the short hair as Santiago Jorge Rogers, date of birth June 17, 1987, who has matching tattoos with the male in the gas station footage. I don't know if there's more to that.
User just sent you 2 jewels.
Oh, me? Thank you. Thank you so much.
And
Love
hi,
those jewels.
857 is in your chat. Say hi.
Where? Damien. What's up, bro? Great show today.
Yeah. Pause
Damien.
for a minute and read your chat.
I should more. Oh my goodness.
You're going to right now. Pause.
I am.
Read your chat.
I'm looking at it. Damien, hello. Julie Martino, hello. I have never been there, Julie, he says. Do you ever go to the Scented Leaf? Favorite tea place. Oh. Thank you for the jewels. Tammy's in. That's Tammy? Yeah. Hey, Tammy, what's up? Sorry, guys, I missed you. Yeah. So, Damien, you want to call in? Let's do it. I'll send you the link. Or do you want to have anyone else call in, or do you like just 2 people like this, 1 or 2?
I really don't care. Remember, I'm just killing time because I got to stay up all night. So I'm open to anything and everything. And I just want to say something. V,
Yes.
I really appreciate you. I agree
V is
with you
awesome.
100%. I love people's opinions and differences of opinions because
Me
I
too.
can't grow as an individual unless I hear opinions outside of my own echo chamber. What I don't tolerate is disrespect. And we don't have that in my chat and very rarely in yours. So, let people express themselves. I mean, when I go onto JLR's or, someone else's, I mean, I went and checked my YouTube. In 1 year, I have blocked 970 people
Wow.
because they're not expressing an opinion. They're being vulgar. They're being mean. They're spamming. I hate spammers. Oh my gosh. They post the same thing over and over and over and over. It's just so
I just got a
ridiculous.
copyright warning from YouTube Studio for the show I did tonight. We're watching Damien now. I'll see what it is.
And they're your friends. I mean, they allow you to.
No, but I think they might have watched something. So it's usually just a warning. If it's a warning, you could either trim it out if it's not a big deal or dispute it.
Do they send you an email?
Well, it's like a notification from YouTube Studio, the app. And it's like a notification. Like when someone goes live, you get notifications. You'll get a notification and emails. And then you can then go into your YouTube Studio and if it's like a minute or two, you could just hit one button and trim it out. But
Hi,
most of the
Carrie.
time, I usually fight stuff, and I always win because it's like the AI is just picking up everything, you know.
Right.
The
Oh,
and
it is
kind of
what
like.
it is.
But sometimes if it's not a big deal, I'll just trim it out. But sometimes I fight it.
We're playing on their playground. We have to play by their rules. So
Right. But you know what? One I did fight was I was watching the Corey Richards trial, and Corey Richards, when she was getting arrested, she was on her couch, and a body cam video was recording
right
her as
back.
they're trying to fix her husband, and Netflix was playing in the background, and Netflix sent me a copyright strike. And I was like, "What?" I was watching it, so I fought it, and they took a few weeks, but I won against Netflix because it was a body cam video. So it's ridiculous. So
I can't
if you
shut the door without my cat getting upset. That's
Oh.
my little Miss Cleo. She's my baby, and oh my gosh, I forgot I shut the door. Sorry,
Cleo, you know
Cleo.
what? You know what's weird? Because my mom had a cat named Cleo, and then my daughter named my daughter named my granddaughter Chloe. Oh, I shouldn't say all that. But,
I know. Sorry.
you know, no, it's okay. But I for the first few years until the cat passed, I kept getting them mixed up.
Okay, that's bad.
Not that it's good. I guess that's the best thing that came from it. But here, just in case, I will send this to young Damien. I know he's probably busy with it.
Yeah, he's probably getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's almost midnight, and he's probably got a busy day.
Right.
Come here.
Today was interesting for sure.
It was a long day too. I get really tired when I drive because I drove to the beach and back, and so it's 2 hours and 15 minutes from Nikki's house, and then bumper to bumper traffic. So another 50 minutes to get home. Oh my gosh, I was so tired when I got home. So I don't like to drive long distance. I like to be the passenger on long distance travel, but I don't like to be the driver on long distance travels. Oh, wait, we got a QQQ. Hold on a second. Does anyone know if that real estate woman was found? Oh, that's a great question.
I did see a bunch of YouTube videos of her selling homes. So I don't know who came in and said that the other night, right? Someone came in and said about Amy Beltrano was missing. I forget where it was. Oh, we have a surprise guest. Look at this.
Hey, brother.
What is happening?
Hey, good show today.
My favorite saying is SSDD. Same shit, different day.
Exactly. Need a vacation.
What are you still doing up, young man?
Well, it's almost bedtime. But normally we were doing streams till 2 a.m. sometimes. So
Yes, you guys were. You kept me company while I was staying up.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
So what's new?
Well, just a big shout out to Domsea. I see her channel is growing, and she's doing the streams and
A little bit at a time.
Nikki.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see, and the songs. I mean, the songs are lifting people up, and the troll
Domsea
song.
303.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Max is so cute. He sings to me all the time when I talk to him. He goes, "Where is Nancy Guthrie? Domsea 303." I'm like, okay, I get it. You like the song. Thank you.
But all of these songs that people are making are they're bringing people up, and they're together, and it's cool to see. So just wanted to stop in real quick because
Appreciate it.
I'm fading. And Shibby, thank you for holding down the fort.
Today, I didn't actually do nothing in your chat today. I just kind of streamed and watched you guys, but it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm so used to doing the live streams right from the phone that from StreamYard it handcuffs me because you can't see super chats, and so you got to always have another phone up,
or a reliable person like me. I could run it for you, and then also if you're taking calls and you're long driving, I could put, like I do with Ted, I put people up and I kind of run it all for him. So in that sense, but I understand just going live is so much easier. I totally get it.
Well, I think there's benefits to both, but it's just once you get in a routine. So we'll have to try out, experiment some things. And the good thing about that is you could bring up other people to the panel. So I'm thinking we should try some things out, but it'll be more maybe when I'm just solo, because it's just too much going on, when there's 4 or 5 of us streaming and we're all out there.
Right. Yeah, it's too much. But what you could do is listen, you could just do the way you're doing, and I can just do what I was doing. I'll watch you on live stream. I'll mute my good microphone and I'll call in on my iPhone, or have you. But the only thing with my Canadian phone plan, I can't call the States. So if I text you and you called me, I could then talk to you. If you're good at doing that, where people call in on the phone, because sometimes it doesn't work out, but if you can get it close to the speaker to where people hear the person on the phone, it works out.
Well,
so I can call you through
experiment.
or phone.
Yeah, we'll do some experiments and but yeah, I'm gonna head off to bed. Just wanted to, I think this is my first time on the Shibby show, so next time I'll stop in on Domsea and go over there. And
no, this is Dom's show. I'm dual streaming from her.
No, but I'm in your chat.
Oh, okay.
Right, he came on board with you.
You need to send people over here because you need to get your hours, don't you, Domsea? Is that what?
Oh yeah,
let's do that. Let's do that right now, guys. Watch
a ton of hours. That's okay.
No.
You know what, Damien? I work full time, and YouTube is only a part-time thing for me right now until I retire. So slow and steady. That's how you win the race, right? I mean, you grow too fast, people get bored, and your channel kind of goes kaput. So slow and steady is how I've been growing.
Here we go. So in my chat, I just put
people.
I put Domsea's live stream link. So everyone that's in my chat, at least get over there to say hi and like. And if you want to stay or come back, stay. That this was her idea. This is all her tonight. So
yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to bed. Let's chit chat. That's why I put the little come chit chat with Domsea and Shibby.
And I felt your enthusiasm, and young Shibby got enthused. I was just like, let's do it. Young Shibby was back. And I was like, I'm not 52. I felt like 49 and a half again. Spry, strong, vigorous. I was like, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I like Julie Martin's comment. She says the gem guy is connected to everything. Laugh out loud. I know. I have to do a deep dive because Sleuth started talking to me about the gem show and how it might be connected. And I was like, oh my God, another rabbit hole I have to go down. Okay, I'll do some research when I'm off from work. This is my 3-week stretch, so I'll be out of pocket for a little bit.
To my chat, I said, I command ye to go to Dom's link, like and sub. Make sure you're liking.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. And Damien, I have to tell you, I give you guys huge props for streaming on your phone and driving and being boots on the ground, because I got to tell you, me and Nikki, what a cluster it was. And I have a second phone, so she was reading chats from my second phone while our 2 phones were on my dashboard recording. And then we were like, oh my God, how do the guys do it? They drive, they read, they're doing this, they're doing that. We're like, oh, we're just so impressed with you guys. It's unbelievable. Very impressed.
Awesome. Yeah, that you say that, because it takes practice and but safety. So yeah, I miss so many chats and that sucks. So
it has to be okay though, because you're right. Safety first. And we entertain ourselves in your chat, so you don't have to worry about it. You have some of us mama bears in there, just chatting away with everybody, saying hi to everybody. So
yeah, it's awesome to see.
You've got a great chat group and great mods, so that helps.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Boomer. Boomer's in your chat.
Oh,
Boomer,
nice.
Boomer.
Oh, we love Boomer too. Hey, Boomer.
What's up?
You were supposed to come on with Sleuth. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. Next time. See, I told you I like to joke around, but people don't know if I'm serious or not.
No, see, a Boomer was in my chat the other night, and I was like cranky, and he was joking with me, and I kind of took it the wrong way, and I was like, so Boomer, the other night I was a little cranky. I know you were joking. I don't know. It went over my head. He
Oh
was making some
gosh.
funny jokes, and I didn't say anything wrong. I was just kind of like a little snippy.
I'll toughen you up, Shibby. I grew up with all boys. Nothing
No, it's just
bothers me.
no. Boomer was just
Nothing bothers
yucking it
me.
up. Great sense of humor, that young man.
I only
Yeah,
take
Boomer's
criticism from
awesome.
people whose opinions I respect. So if I don't
'Cause-
respect your opinion, I don't care what you have to say.
But Boomer's like V. He actually listens and holds to account. So
No,
I'm not
Boomer's
used to
great.
that.
I've
Most
watched
people-
some of
yeah.
his stuff. He's
So,
he's
gotta get used to
excellent.
it.
Yes, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Boomer. Like and subscribe. And hit that notification button. That's the YouTube lingo. I love it.
Yeah, so
I'm
many
learning.
little lingo.
I'm learning. All right, Damien, you sound tired. Go to bed.
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys, so I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm already
Sounds
looking
good.
forward to the coffee tomorrow.
So what's the plan tomorrow? Is it something with or somebody's have a court date or something?
No, I think that's on Monday.
Oh, okay. So what any
Yeah.
plans for tomorrow? Or what was it again? I missed.
I don't know. I don't have any plans as of right now. Sometimes it just happens. Kind of see what's cracking with the news. I mean, there might be breaking news, but
True.
we'll just have to see. Yeah, I'll text you though for sure.
Oh.
You text me
Listen-
when you
yeah.
wake up.
I will listen for those planes overhead, and if you hear one, follow it, and I'll
Yeah.
jump in and say hi.
I won't
All
be up
right.
till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so I'll have to watch you guys first before anything. I'm hoping that there's a verdict in the Clancy case because I'd like to jump on for 30 minutes before I go to work and do a little summary on that.
Yeah, I haven't been watching that just because
I haven't either because it's
some of those
kids.
are
Yeah.
some of those are too hard to
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so
Yeah, if I
we
said
got
it,
enough going on in Tucson.
I know. My niece wanted to cover it because she was very interested. So I said, okay, you take the case part of it and I'll take the medical part of it. So I did. Wait a minute. Wait for it. I did a PowerPoint presentation on the
nice.
medications.
Oh, wow.
So I went through all the medications and what they do and their side effects and the combinations. And yeah, she was on a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that's a whole that's a whole conversation for another
I'll
time.
have to get into that and watch so I can comment because I don't know anything about it. So.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good night. Shout out to everyone in the chat. And,
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
Yep. Let's
You
plan
have
a
my
show
email?
someday, Domsea.
Yep,
Plan
and
a
you have my
Shibby
number and
Domsea.
my email.
Yeah, I after it slows down here a little, which I every day or every week I'm like, okay, it's slowing down, and then boom, something else happens.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.
Great work today. See you later. Thanks. Bye.
Later.
Peace.
That was lovely that he stopped by. You
Wow.
guys are all lovely.
Wow. See, if I didn't know what he looked like, I'd think he's like some like cowboy ready to pull like 2 6-shooters on, in the chaps and that's what
Looks like a cowboy.
But
in my Domsea 303, I have him as a cop.
yeah, that is one of my favorite because I love hearing my name. It always catches me off guard. I hear my sweet dude Shibby shout out.
Oh yeah, I have 2 songs that I have a lot of people's names in. I didn't know a lot of people. The first song that I wrote, so I felt bad with the second song. I said, I got to add more people. And then I need to write a third song because now I know even more people. There's so many great smaller channels. And I think the smaller channels are actually better than, like the mainstream media. Why bother watching them when our own people, they great sleuths. Oh my gosh. Sleuth kept asking me questions. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this part-time. I'll get up to speed, but so many people know so many, great information, great deep divers, and just great shows. All right, you can play the news now.
I didn't really have anything in mind, really. Like, what was I going to do something? I totally forgot.
I don't know.
Was I promised? Oh wait, I was looking through all the stuff I screenshotted. So I was looking through all the videos from when this first happened to today. I was screenshotting things of importance, and that's when I saw things like this. Like it listed this guy was charged for murder when he was 12 years old. Or 14.
Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah, 14 years old. And it's like in whatever year it was, 25 years ago. So it was like 2001 or 2002, I believe. And he's actually 39.
And he got away with it. So no respect for human life.
At the time, yeah. Yeah, they just kind of let him off. But in 2017, he was guilty on shoplifting, 2 charges of shoplifting. 2018, guilty of multiple drug possessions. 2018, sentenced to 5 years in prison for criminal trespass and harassment. So yeah, 5 years. It's more the trespassing and harassment, like he was doing probably stalking or, doing some threatening. And so 2021, 22, guilty of possessing or making contraband while in prison. And 2023, he was released from prison.
But the problem with our prison system, Shibby, is that they go and they learn how to be better criminals. They don't go and learn job skills and learn how to read and write and get educated. It's a revolving door. Unfortunately,
It's the recidivism is good for business in that sense. When all the profiting comes into the prisons, I don't want to be cynical in that sense, but a lot of those systems are for-profit prisons, right? Down there? No.
Well, not out here. I mean, most of them are.
Well, where does that happen then?
Run by the state and the feds.
Oh, so where is the for-profit systems? Not in your state?
Not in my state. No, we don't have any for-profit
But
prisons
in Arizona,
here. I think Oregon might have one out in eastern Oregon. I think that might be a private prison, but.
See. So Arizona, right? Arizona for-profit prison. So I think that Arizona prisons, so it doesn't sound like they are. So high usage. Overview of private prisons in Arizona. Arizona houses a significant portion of its inmate population in private for-profit facilities. So ranking among the top states for private prisons. So they're one of the top states for profit prisons.
Interesting.
So they don't want to see these guys get better. They want them to come back and they're making profit on these prisons. These are private prisons making profits. That's why. So it sounded like 25% of state. Arizona places roughly 28.5% of its state prison population in private for-profit facilities, operated primarily by major companies like blah, 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 and blah, these two. Cost and efficiency debates, healthcare, all that stuff. So, man, 28.5%.
According to Google, only 27 states use privately run prisons. So a little bit more than half the states.
Mm-hmm. But I think as soon as the profit comes in any of it, it kind of like what's the incentive for them to make these guys better when they come back?
There is none. Yeah, it says there are approximately 158 private prisons operating in the United States. Well, they may be in states that the state funding can't afford to have state-run prisons. So the private prisons come in, and I don't know if they get federal funding. I don't know how that would work. Who pays the private prison?
The state does. It's like contracted out. Has to be.
How is that cheaper? Oh, well, maybe they don't have a union, so they can pay their guards and security less money.
More than likely, yeah. It's kind of like that's why they do all the contracting out. So they can, instead of having those well-unionized city workers cleaning, emptying garbage cans and stuff and doing all the city type of work, they, they're working on the highways. They contract it out. They're even doing it up here with their garbages and everything. They contract it out. Even all those construction jobs, and it's like, oh, well, we contracted it out, and it runs behind, and then they go over budget and all that baloney. So,
yeah, it makes sense.
Happening everywhere. Mm-hmm. So that's just me on my thought. I'm not saying I don't know all about it, but I would think that when profit comes into play, like these guys are worth, they make money for these people. So
it's so sad. People don't realize how short life is, and to start life out killing someone when you're 12 or 13 years old, I mean, it's almost like what chance did he ever have?
Yeah.
And without being reformed and without learning a skill to be able to work and get a job, crime is all they know. And you're right. It's a vicious cycle. They expect to go back.
Right. Like nowadays, they're so hurting for construction workers to build homes, because we're so, They want electricians. They need all these guys. They need all this construction, men and women. So why not say, hey, you can get out half of your sentence earlier if you learn a skill and commit to, and if they stay for 5 years or whatever and commit to it, then we'll, you can get out of your probation, or maybe it's not they can expunge it from their records, maybe even if they prove themselves to be, good and help society build homes. We need homes everywhere. Get some construction workers, electricians, HVAC, plumbing is so hard. Everyone thinks plumbers, blah. Plumbing is very hard.
Plumbing, electricians, a lot of skilled labor that's important.
Carpentry.
I remember when I was in high school, for the kids who knew that they didn't want to go to college, they had a program called BOCES, and it was a technical school that you went to in conjunction with being in high school, almost like the Running Start programs now, where you can go to community college
to go out and work.
Right.
But you get credit. Yes.
But BOCES had, for the guys, they had auto mechanics, plumbing, electrician. And then for the girls, they had cosmetology, hair cutting, food service. So in my high school, people were being trained
to get credit,
to be ready for jobs out of high school.
Yep.
For the people who didn't want to go to college, or your family's.
Ours was called co-op.
Co-op.
So the last few years of your school, you could say you needed a few more credits to graduate. They would find a job out there, and they would kind of work for free, I think, too, right? Like internship almost.
Internships.
And then they would then the school would okay it, and then you would go and work there for the semester, the second half of the semester, and you'd get like 2 or 3 or 4 credits of towards your towards your diploma. But you wouldn't be at school. You would be out in the working as a hairdresser, learning as a like an intern type of thing. So yeah, ours was called co-op.
Interesting. User would like to know if you can play the video again about the missing real estate woman.
I just saw that. Yep.
I appreciate that.
Can they say her name again? It was Emily Bennett or something. I forget exactly. What was her name again? Can you?
I'll go back through and see.
She was rude to DJ. Oh, here we go. We got some Domsea 303. Let's go. Let's get these ones here. What was her name again? Emily Bennett, Emil Bennett, or something like that, right? I don't see them.
Can you type her name in the chat, guys? The real estate agent.
Real estate. Because I did search it the other night, so I might have it in my, but I might have done it on my other alt account too. So it's Emmy. Was it Bennett? Emmy Bennett was a B. I'm so sorry.
Emmy, she said EMY.
But what was her last name? Emmy B. Because I don't think it's that. It was mentioned in your chat earlier, right? So I'll scroll back.
I know. I was trying to scroll back too.
Hello, Rhythm and Clues has showed up in Domsea 303.
Hello there.
Look at you, 23 people. I've sent and I've still got 62. So a lot of people can do 2 things at once too. So that's great if you can keep both of us open. It's wonderful.
Yay.
Emmy. Emmy Beltrano. I see it. It's in mine. Emmy Beltrano. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Beltrano. And who came in and said that? I remember somebody came in and said she was missing.
User did.
User. Oh, was it User? No, like the other night. I've seen this 2 or 3 nights.
Oh, it was the other night too. Okay.
Forget who originally suggested that they had a friend missing.
Oh my goodness.
So, the videos are it's more her, like the ones I saw were of her selling homes. I don't think I've seen any news articles. Let me see if I can find a news article. Missing. It was that Gem lady that Damien played, who's the Gem House's wife, and she
not Mississippi, missing.
Oh, what am I doing here? This
You
is
do it.
you know the city I live in.
MISSIS.
Here, look at this is the city I live in. I'll show you. MISSISSAUGA. This is where
Oh
I
my
live. Literally, that's
goodness.
the name of the city. So
You're just used to typing it.
yeah,
That's hysterical.
Emmy Beltrano missing. So we'll watch a news article because there should be
Okay.
much more.
I'll mute
updated
myself because
now.
I want to listen.
Let me just find something good here first. 2 years ago. No, that's not it. It's recent. It's very recent. That might have even been her video. She puts out shorts, and she was a supposedly the gem person's wife, and she's the one who said it was.
Put what town she's missing in. Maybe it'll come up quicker.
And what is that again?
She missing from Tucson?
Tucson, right? Good call. Good call. I believe. Yep. Because she sells homes. This is her selling homes, but this is like she worked at this place and sold homes. So you'll see her in the bottom corner. Her face will come up eventually in this. So there she is down there, presented by Emmy Beltrano. That's the one. And I remember that was the face that I saw.
Yeah, it's dangerous for women.
Especially when you're selling homes. Like I hear it a few times in these YouTube true crime where they meet to show people the home.
Right.
And the person does
something bad. Yeah, that's why you got to carry.
But Midtown Tucson's home search for missing man. I don't see much about it. So, because all it is those other videos that are of her before, like she went missing.
All right. Well,
how about we
do a little investigating and do.
How about this? Yeah, any of the mods, if they find anything, any of the mods, let me know and I'll go back to that. Okay, for our person in chat.
Oh, V says she didn't go missing while showing a home, though.
I didn't say she did. I didn't say she did.
User says, I think you showed the video on 857 podcast last Sunday.
Yeah, Damien did probably. Yeah, because he did show it because I remember watching it.
Okay.
That wasn't me that did it. So, Boomer, there are a number of those cases around the country over the past few years. So show that. Where women make themselves easy targets. I see what you're saying. So let's. If anybody finds out that the news articles, because I don't see anything for her. So I would like to know more myself too.
Yeah,
because all I saw was it was that you know the gem lady, like the lady that lived next door. She supposedly did those little shorts, and she's the one I'm pretty sure that I saw saying that. Man, what kind of a filter you got on yours in your chat? Everything's being blocked.
Everything's being blocked.
Like you know how you have to approve and say show. Because it flags
I
it?
forgot to remove. I added the bot.
Right. I turned mine off because it was flagging emojis. If you put a prayer emoji in it was flagging them. I was like, what?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I turned for the live chats. I turned mine right off. There's none.
It's
in the settings.
I probably just need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I did it because I saw it in other people's chats. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Look, they've got their own little bot. And I didn't know what it did, so I added it like a dumbass.
Oh, like the one that they type in a little exclamation point and give commands, and it throws up their email. It's like not StreamYard. What is that little bot? People will know it. I see other people use it too.
I can't remember what it's called.
Something not StreamYard. It's Anyways, so here are some of the interesting things I was looking at. I took screenshots of them. That was the guy's criminal records and stuff. So I'm charging information. But this is all older stuff. So I just screenshotted it because this is that Santiago guy's criminal history and stuff. So I'm not sure why I did that. But I was screenshotting them because I always want to be able to look back and think, oh, I saw something there,
That makes sense.
But so it's up to you now. Which one?
No, I'm open.
Let's
otherwise I'll just,
I'm so sorry.
Otherwise I'll do the 15-minute warning thing and we'll wrap it up. I said what I had. I said what I had to say.
Ooh. So on my playlist here, I've so what time, how long did you want to stay up for? You said one more time, right?
I'm up till 6 a.m, but I can always quietly clean the house. So
let me know anytime you want to go. But
I'm just trying to figure out how to get to that bot. I add stuff by accident and then I can never figure out how to get back there.
What's it called again?
I don't know.
Anybody, Emmy Beltrano, after we watched that TikTok, I searched everywhere and didn't find a word on her being missing. So if V couldn't find it, then
that's interesting. And especially
Nightbot.
Yeah, I know it's the Nightbot. I just have to get to the spot where I can change it. Anyway,
I've never seen that though.
Keep talking. Oh, it's in settings. Never mind.
So what I've done with this playlist is I put it from oldest to newest so we can watch. For some reason I put Alex's video on there, which I don't want to see that again because what's when you got arrested. That's Human Remains. So this is like one of the first videos from that.
Nanos and Tucson's police chief talking about.
This is 8 days ago about the SUV that they still didn't know Alex J. Barnett
the shooting of a Tucson police recruit and a PCSD corrections officer.
This is like the first one.
The recruit is dead. The corrections officer is in the hospital, and there is a manhunt happening now for whoever's responsible. That's detective work near South Enchanted Spring Drive.
So I'll pause here because Damien was parked, I think right here or here. No, probably here, looking up towards the home, I think. I'm pretty sure it was up here. And Damien was there, yeah. Right. He's always there before everyone, so he's in the middle of it.
This is south and west of I-19 and Valencia. Sheriff Nanos telling us detectives will be out here through the day. We're seeing that right now. Let's get to News 4 Tucson's Cassie Scott live where that investigation is happening. Cassie, good afternoon.
Yeah, hey there, Andrew. At the top of the hour and now you can see it's still a very active scene out here. TPD and PCSD on scene. And now they need your help finding the two suspects they believe are responsible for this shooting. So take a look at your screen. As part of the effort, they want you to look out for this car. PCSD says they're searching for two Hispanic men they believe are associated with it. We're told the men were wearing all black with ski masks at the time of the incident and were allegedly driving this car you're seeing on your screen, a gray SUV between the years of 2007 and 2013. Police say the car possibly had a missing fuel door. Now, PCSD and TPD holding a news briefing this morning. They say they responded to a 911 call at a home in this neighborhood around 6 a.m. Inside the home, they found 23-year-old Carlos Ramirez dead. He was a Tucson Police Department recruit and a former PCSD corrections officer. They also found his 23-year-old fiance shot in the home. PCSD says she was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and is in stable condition now. We say she is currently.
Now, the first time I heard all this, the first thing I did think before I knew anything, like at this time, I thought it was a love triangle. I really did. It popped in my mind at being a love triangle.
Because people do crazy things for love, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, and jealousy comes in, and instead of using words, people use violence.
Did you hear the butt dial from the brother for JLR?
I did.
That was amazing. Eh?
I thought that was the funniest thing.
30-minute butt dial, and he's yelling at this dog.
Gosh.
And we never found out. I could have sworn I heard the dog.
No, he was yelling at some workers about hydraulics.
But he was also yelling at his dog because the dog he's like, get off the neighbor's lawn. I swear he's yelling at his dog too.
Jeez.
It's amazing. So.
What nice people.
Yeah. And you know, it's the good thing you just said that because before they showed up and ripped their shirts off to fight Damien, JLR was mentioning, wow, this guy's got anger issues, you know, like they sound angry. And then boom, 8 hours later, they're showing up, ripping their shirts off, ready to beat up Damien for holding a camera.
It's so crazy.
That was insane.
Like, did they take their shirts off pretending they want to beat him up because they were on camera, or is that just their normal life? Are they just
Well,
like
V's
that?
not happy with me, so
What did
yeah,
you do
Chris
now?
and V are both. I don't know. Chris and V are both loving, criticizing, but I don't know. I'm out of things to do anyway, so let me know if you want to. I know they're just having fun, but
Nope, I'm good.
Hmm?
I want to see what the Clancy trial ends up being tomorrow, because I have a gut feeling that the jury is going to conclude tomorrow. I can't see it.
So can you
going
put
over
it
the
in a
weekend.
nutshell for me, or is there something we could maybe watch? Because I have no clue what even happened in that case. Is there something? Should I watch like something maybe to give us like in a nutshell?
So in a nutshell, this woman is claiming that she unalived her 3 children, 5, 3, and 8 months old, because she had postpartum psychosis, which is a condition that is extremely rare. It's an emergency condition if you actually have it, and that she sliced her wrist and her neck and then jumped out a second-story window, and instead of perishing, she ended up paraplegic.
Oh, she is a paraplegic?
Yeah, she's in a wheelchair now.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. So she had sent the husband out for some medicine for one of the children and ordered dinner for him to pick up. And in the time that he was gone, allegedly, she did this crime. Well, she says that she did. Though I went through ChatGPT, and in the statements, it didn't say in her confession she knew the details of what happened because of the psychosis. There are theories out there that he did it and convinced her that she did it, hoping that she'd, perish when he pushed her out the window. So, I mean, there's so many theories on this one, so much speculation, and I think she did it. I don't know if she actually had a psychosis, but she was seeking help. She was getting a lot of different types of medications. I watched my PowerPoint presentation on that. And plug.
Did you put one out? I will check it out.
It's on my channel and my videos. But also, it said that she wasn't taking the medications either as prescribed, or she weaned herself off of them, or just stopped taking them altogether. Nurses were the worst when it comes to prescription medications, because we think we know better. So, I mean, she was hospitalized and then was able to, because she was inpatient psychiatric, but it was voluntary. So she was able to sign herself out, and prove that she was better. So she pled guilty by reason of insanity. And that's what the jury's trying to decide is, is she just a cold-blooded psychotic killer, or did she have this postpartum psychosis episode, snapped and did this horrible thing?
So 3 hours ago, Arizona's Family 3 TV put this out. It's 20 minutes, but this would be one of those ones we could watch and break down if you'd like. This was just the latest 3 hours ago, because I have no idea about it. I wouldn't mind, but
you literally have no idea about the case.
I have no idea. I didn't know anything of that. What you just said.
Let's ask the chat. Do you guys want to watch this 20-minute video?
Or a lot of people showing up now. Wow.
Oh,
you guys
okay.
like you night owls. Mary Ann's look at I got 65, 66.
I've got homicide detective's daughter. Betty Martin's there. Chris is still here.
We got close to 100 people, so I think we need to.
I think you need to do it.
Yeah. Would you guys like to watch this? It's 3 hours ago. It's 20 minutes long, and you're seasoned in this case, and I have no clue what's happening here. So I need to do this for myself. I can do this another time if you guys.
No. Go ahead and play it. It'll give me a chance to go downstairs and take care of something. I got to make another cup of coffee.
Awesome. And I got a bunch of people I got to say hi to too. So I got a fresh coffee. So Perfect. You go get one. Perfect.
I'll listen on my earpiece on my phone.
And I will address my chat I've been ignoring. Miranda, hello. Long time no see. Mustang.
Okay.
Blue eyes.
Play it, Sam.
Let's do it. I got to say hi to my people. Miranda Lee, how are you? It's been so long. Liberty and Justice. Who did I miss? Ua alumni. Hello. As good on you, Shibby. No one ever talks to me, so good on you. Oh, well, there you go. So Ouya alumni. Hello. Daddy, I'm engrossed watching this trial for 5 weeks. Lindsay got no help from family, and all she got was cocktails of meds that didn't suit her. Husband moved on and married her lookalike. No idea. Julie Martino. Hello. All these fresh names. Wow. So if I missed anyone, Peach's POV, Watch Ship, Tucson, JLR, Alec Juice are too busy to look at your comments and follow a story. Although I love all of them with all my heart, but if you want news out, Shiv will give you respect. Wow. Peach's POV. I think it's easier to read our chats. They have so much going on in their chats. So thank you all. Nicole Watt. Awesome. Justice Jane. Let's do this. So for young Shibby, here's an update recap. I know nothing about this case.
Killed her 3 young kids 3 years ago, claiming postpartum psychosis, saying she was over-medicated. And how this will go is truly anyone's guess. You can see her crying in the courtroom today during closing arguments. In addition to the possible verdicts of first and second degree murder, this week the jury was given a third option, another option to consider the possibility of manslaughter. 36-year-old Lindsay Clancy admits that she strangled her 3 young children. Here's a look at their pictures. 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 8-month-old Clancy. Just beautiful, beautiful little babies there. This 5-week trial saw 85 witnesses, and it comes down truly to competing experts. There's so much on the line here. The defense is trying to prove that she is not criminally culpable. They are not contesting the facts. Now, we know that she strangled her children using fitness.
Oh, I just jumped in for a second. Libby 6. There's no big announcement. I'm sorry. I'll change that thumbnail. I just put that on because it was funny because my finger was really long and I was just looking for a thumbnail. I will change that. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was supposed to change it and I forgot. So I'll do that right now to just a generic one. Because I put that on because AI made my finger it looks like it's like 12 inches long. My finger pointing at so I thought it was I'll change it right now because there's no breaking news.
Bands inside the home and then tried to end her own life, mixing up some prescription medications, cutting her wrists, and ultimately jumping out a second-story window. She is left partially paralyzed. She's been in a wheelchair in court. She repeatedly sought help for postpartum depression, and the defense claims was over-medicated and sleep-deprived. They claim she had a psychotic break, and that's the crux of the case because prosecutors say she did not have a psychotic break, that this was premeditated, that she planned it down to the minute, sending her husband on errands just to get him out of the house, that she hid homicidal thoughts from medical providers and made up claims of hearing a hallucinated voice telling her to kill the children. They say that she showed clear awareness, function in her daily abilities, and that she was able to comprehend that it was wrong in the moment, pointing to normal activities that she did that day, that very day, taking the kids to the doctor, playing with them in the snow, feeding them chicken nuggets. Well, here's a snippet of today's closing arguments.
She had more access to treatment and care and support than a lot of people do. This wasn't a woman suffering from a lack of care, a lack of resources. She had an abundance of help, an abundance of care. She had all of that and more.
Burden of proof is on them to prove to you that at the time that she killed these 3 beautiful kids, that she just wanted to move on with her life. And they're not going to be able to prove otherwise. And it's their burden, not ours.
Let's go ahead and bring in criminal defense attorney Josh Colesrud. Josh, thanks for joining us. And let's go ahead and start out the gate with that point that the defense attorney was really trying to land in his closing arguments, because Massachusetts is one of few states where the burden of proof in so-called insanity defenses this time is on the prosecution. So if the jury feels that it comes down to a push between their expert, our expert, or it's kind of a push, we can't decide either way, then they must side with the defense. This is unusual.
It is unusual, and it's different than what we have here in Arizona. So in Arizona, and I've tried these cases both as a prosecutor and as a defense attorney, it's called guilty except insane. And the burden shifts to the defense. So in here, if this case was tried in Arizona, once you make the claim of guilty except insane, it's on the defense now to prove it by clear and convincing evidence. And they have to prove that it's more likely that this happened than it didn't happen, right? And so, and not only that, but there's only one way to do it. So here in Arizona, you actually have to prove that the person didn't understand what was going on. They didn't understand that what they were doing was actually murder. But Massachusetts does something a little bit different. So you can prove it that way, that you don't understand the wrongfulness of your conduct, but also you can claim, this is what their defense is, that I didn't have control over my person, that something else was controlling my actions. Arizona doesn't have that. So there's two ways to do it in Massachusetts. And so you don't understand the wrongfulness of your conduct and that something else is controlling you, right? And now it's on the prosecution to prove it. So the prosecutor has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it's not those two things, which is completely different than most states.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is like, are they talking about the insanity type thing?
Right. Right. And I got to tell you, the closing statement was very moving by the prosecutor, female attorney, because she went through the routine and everything that this, Lindsay Clancy was doing. And if I was a juror, I would be like, she may have had postpartum psychosis. Can it happen after 8 months of having a baby? I guess. I mean, problem is it's one of those diagnoses that is very difficult to spot. It's very difficult to diagnose because they don't understand the origin, and they don't understand, is it chemistry? The hormones are constantly changing. Women do have postpartum depression. They call it the baby blues. I had it with both my kids, but not, extreme. It's just, you have a sadness because you miss the baby inside your womb. You miss that connection that you had with your child living inside of you. It's unless you're a woman, it's hard to it's hard to explain it, because it's for me, being pregnant was a beautiful experience. I was lucky. But the psychotic part of it, I was reading that it can wax and wane, where they can be better and then get worse, and then be better and then get worse. And they're trying to prove that, she had a moment where she got worse and she snapped. And that's the thing that makes this case hard, Shibby, is that she was trying to get help. And doctor after doctor, psychiatrist after psychiatrist, pill after pill, and, 30 medications, 13 prescriptions. I mean, it was insane. It was insane, the amount of medication changes and stuff, because nothing was working. But if she had an underlying bipolar disorder that wasn't diagnosed, some of those medications are not appropriate for someone who has bipolar disorder, because they have an adverse reaction to them. It can make them psychotic. So
I need to quickly jump in. Sorry, we have a Mark the Shark in my chat, so I needed to just say hello.
Oh, hey, Mark. I love Mark.
I think we missed him. He might have gone. I missed him.
He swam away.
Yeah, he swam away. So Mark the Shark, you were doing some great stuff, and you're taking a little rest. We hope to see you again. Thanks for all the drives you took us on and the drone videos.
Oh my gosh, she's got the best drone videos.
Yeah. So sorry to interrupt you. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No.
So continue about that. No, I was fascinated.
That was a good reason to cut us off. He was probably just checking us out. Late night surfing for the shark.
Yeah. Shark. Yeah. You like surfers, don't you?
So
you see those videos of the surfers and the sharks, but go on.
No, that's what makes this case so difficult, is if she was just an ordinary person and said, I had postpartum psychosis, and that's why I did what I did, people would be like, "Nah, that's crap." But the fact that she has it documented that she sought help, that she was in inpatient psychiatric treatment and then was released, and meds and this and that. And it makes it really complicated. I feel so sorry for those jurors because, my upbringing, my Sicilian, whatever you want to call it, I'm always like, they're guilty first, and then they have to prove themselves innocent. I wouldn't make a great American juror because you are innocent until proven guilty. I was a juror once, and it was the dumbest case ever. When we went back into the room, everybody was like, "Okay, the guy's not guilty. Can we go home?" And I went, "No, we have to do this appropriately. We have to read the charges. First thing, let's pick a foreman." And they were like, "Well, I said, "All right, I'll be the foreman, of course." And I said, "We have to read the charges. We have to go through the evidence." I says, "And then we can go and tell them our verdict, but not until then." So I made sure everything was done properly. And then I was like, "Do you guys want to do secret ballot or just raise your hands?" And they were like, "We'll raise our hands." I said, "Okay, everyone for not guilty." Everybody raised their hands. I said, "Okay, we have a verdict. Let's go tell the judge." It was the dumbest case. I was like, "You wasted 8 hours of my day." But I can't talk about it. But it was dumb. It was really dumb.
Sounds like it. Wow. So I'll hit this again. This is a very
this is a very complicated case, Shibby. Very complicated. I really feel bad for those jurors.
Wow.
Did she have control of?
No, I don't know what way I would go if I was the juror. Like I said, from the outside looking in, I say, "Oh yeah, she did it. So, bye." But then you got all the mitigating circumstances. So I really don't know what verdict they're going to come back with.
For faculties, did she have control of understanding? And that brings in what it came down to an FBI expert witness saying, "I'm not believing this, that she heard a man's voice in the moment because there's no evidence that she ever heard this voice before the act and after the act." But she claims that it was just during the strangulation of her children that she heard this voice. So they're saying that doesn't jive with what we know for the history of this type of psychosis.
And there's something that people are kind of misconstruing about that. So just because you have psychosis doesn't mean that you're going to murder your children. And also, just because you hear a voice in your head doesn't mean that it's going to control your body. There's so many people on death row that you could attribute these same psychoses to that don't get the benefit of having this type of defense. And what I mean by that is that just because you have a psychosis, postpartum psychosis, that's only the first start of the question. You still have to prove that you didn't have control over your body, right? And I don't think that the defense has shown, number one, that she didn't understand the wrongfulness of her actions. So they only have one argument, that she didn't have control. Okay, so they're saying that she had a voice in her head. So what? You walk down, the Blade on any day of the week, 27th Avenue, you're going to see so many people that don't know like where they are, right? That they're on drugs or whatever, but they still know.
Mark is back to say hi, Shibby, Domsea in chat. Yes,
hey, Mark.
I'm still here showing some love. Thank you, Mark.
That's
How's
wonderful. We appreciate it. Yeah. That point that he made, Shibby, I love because that's one of my greatest points.
The part about walking down the street and seeing many people with that?
Yeah, there's many people with mental illnesses and they don't
they're
become
not
violent.
Right,
and let's face it, anybody in prison who unalives somebody has got to be a little mentally ill or just pure evil. I mean, it's not a normal thing to take somebody else's life. So, I mean, if we have to let everybody out who snapped or who, is mentally ill and committed a heinous crime, I mean, the jails would be empty. Now, is there crime of passion? That happens. Self-defense, 100%. I mean, that goes without saying. Protecting your family, that goes without saying. But, to say the devil made me do it, yeah, I don't know. That's not a defense.
So here, 1 second, just doing one quick thing. What is that? 943, right? 943. So here, I'll play a bit more, okay?
Okay.
What they're doing is wrong, and something else controls their body. I don't see that in this case. They haven't made the case that this voice, whatever it was, that only made its appearance on the day during the exact time that her husband wasn't there, was controlling her body, right? And then you have the suicide. And this is one thing that I thought the prosecution did wrong. I watched the closing arguments today, and they should have conceded the suicide attempt. Like I think that we can all see that she tried, like whether it was she really tried or it was a genuine attempt or not. Like I think that you have to concede that she was going through some severe mental health issues. However, going through a mental health issue is not a defense. You have to show that you don't have control over your body. You don't have control over your actions, or that you don't understand the wrongfulness of your actions, again, which is not what the defense is really claiming in this case.
When this went to the jury, I was like biting my fingernails thinking, like, is this going to be hours? Do you think it's going to take days? How long do you think we'll have to wait to get a verdict?
So this was a very complicated case that took weeks. And like you said earlier, there was like 85 witnesses, multiple experts. And you have also multiple charges, including a surprise manslaughter charge. And we should talk about that one in a second. And so the jury, if they're going to go through all this evidence, and there's literally thousands of exhibits, it's going to take days. I would be very surprised if it came back tomorrow. If it does, honestly, I've done over 100 trials. Like, generally speaking, if a case comes back early, it's usually bad for the defense. The longer the jury takes, the worse it is for the prosecution, generally speaking. But it's too early to read tea leaves. I would say that I would be surprised if the verdict came back earlier than Monday or Tuesday of next week. If it came back later than, let's say, Wednesday or Thursday, if I were the prosecution, I'd probably be sweating some bullets.
But you'd presume that they're going to give it the weekend to kind of sleep on it because so much is on the line here. Let's talk about now what. So we have first degree, second degree, and now.
So I'll pause here. That was a lot. Was there something in all that he just said that I should know? Because that was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Julie says, those babies, I can't stand this case. I know, I feel the same way. That's why I didn't want to cover it initially with my niece, but she insisted, so we did it. And then Justice Jane says, guilty and criminally responsible keeps her locked up forever. And it is the only way to ensure Lindsay doesn't ever get out. If she stays in a mental hospital, she would be evaluated every 6 months and get out. That would be a travesty. Those children deserve justice. I agree with you, Justice Jane. Because you know what? If she's guilty by reason of insanity, I still want her in a mental institution for the rest of her life. Those children deserve justice, especially at the hands of their own mother. The one person in the entire world that you should be able to trust your life with took your life.
Yeah, that I agree.
Betty says, I'm doubtful if she even did it. There are things that made me feel that someone else was involved. My niece felt the same way.
Really?
Yeah, there's some theories out there that he was the voice, because 11 out of the 12 nurses I surveyed 2 weeks ago at work said that he did it, that he crushed up the medication, put it in a drink, and over-medicated her, and then was able to powerful suggestion her that either he did it and told her that she did it, or something to that effect. Yeah, so there's some theories out there, and the bands, some of the bands didn't even have her fingerprints on them or her DNA on them, the elastic bands that she used.
Did they say anything about gloves or no?
Listen, she's a nurse. I have gloves in my bag. I have gloves in my bag right now because, I put too many in my pocket. And then when I go to empty my pockets, I put them in my bag. And then, I have a stack of gloves in my bag.
So Mark says, thanks, Shibby, listening for today, catching up with the case. I emailed him the link, but no obligations, Mark. Next time, we'll take you up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Calling him. But thank
Everybody's
you for
got my
all you've been
email
doing lately.
address. You want me as a guest, just email me and let me know.
I sent him the link, though, so.
Okay.
But it's okay. Because I don't know nothing but this case. I have two people that don't know nothing but this case. Dom would have her hands full. So let's watch the rest of this. How much time?
It's just a tough case.
Now this manslaughter, this 11th hour manslaughter option. What's your take on that they threw that in at the last minute?
Yeah, if I was the prosecutor on this case, I would be mad. I don't think that the facts, as they've been laid out, justify manslaughter. So what is manslaughter? There's a couple of different ways that you can have it. So manslaughter, generally speaking, is that you recklessly kill somebody, that you are aware of a risk and you disregard that risk, and it leads to a killing. Let's just say, for example, you're playing Russian roulette, and you're pointing a gun at somebody, and you spin it and you pull the trigger. That's reckless, right? Now, there's also another way. It's heat of passion, where it's basically second-degree murder with not premeditation. You kill somebody intentionally or knowingly without a plan, but it's done in the heat of passion. And here it's not clear yet. It's not really clear how you would get to manslaughter. I just didn't see it with the closing arguments, how you're going to get there. And they didn't show why the judge made that decision. And it throws a curveball because it's, what it is? It's a compromise. When you have people in the jury that want to do a not guilty, and you have other people in the jury that are adamant about that she is guilty, manslaughter is a compromise verdict. I, as a prosecutor, I would hate this, especially if, imagine that she gets guilty of manslaughter in a case where she kills her 3 children with all the evidence you have. I mean, that is seriously a losing verdict for a prosecutor in a case like this.
Okay, so then you talk about the sentencing range. She's facing up to life without the possibility of parole, or with, or committed to a state psychiatric hospital.
Yep.
It's quite a range there, obviously, but also like appeal. What do you think on that? Because did what you saw play out this week in court, did that kind of lay the groundwork, do you think, for a potential appeal from the defense? Because we know that they tried for a mistrial with that prosecutorial rebuttal witness who brought up her Catholic faith. And a lot of people were saying, he's laying the groundwork for an appeal if it doesn't go his way.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do much for the appeal. I mean, there was one question about faith, and they did say the word God, but it wasn't extensive. I think that the real question is this, whether or not she's going to be convicted of premeditated murder or first-degree murder. So there's 2 ways in Massachusetts that you can get it. Premeditation is one theory. The other is that the murders themselves were so depraved that it constitutes first-degree murder. And I think that is the theory that is really going to help the prosecution, because premeditation in this case, like, you have circumstantial evidence of it. You have the calls that morning. You have the husband saying that she was actually really good that day. You have the fact that she seemed lucid to everybody who she was talking to, including her husband. You have the text messages, and the fact that she created this opportunity to kill her children. It seems like there's some planning going on. But there's also, you have the defense perspective, right? So, but you can't take away the fact that this was depraved. I mean, strange.
Now, I just jumped in for a quick second. I just reviewed. Remember I told you earlier I got a copyright warning from tonight's show? The one before this with them? You know what it was? It's what? I was listening in my headphones on my other computer in my one ear to a song, and I sang it, and I didn't play it at all. It was on my other laptop. I got my headphones, and I just kind of sang the words while Damien and Alex were driving and talking. And it's like a song from like the midnight.
Got to be kidding me.
And I just sang it for like 10 seconds, and that's what I got flagged. So I'll obviously dispute that. I'm going to actually listen to it first. I might trim it out if I sound, because I forgot I had my headphones on, and I was kind of singing to myself with my mic. I wasn't muted. So I was singing kind of like to myself, sort of. And
Justice Jane had another great comment. She said, people that say Patrick was involved is not watching the trial. They proved in court Patrick and Lindsay's phones pings and location. He was at CVS and a restaurant. Pick up food.
I hope you're joking, buddy. You're starting to annoy me, buddy. You're not very funny.
So.
See, blabbing too much. I tried to warn you, Shibby. Oh boy. Gotta put an emoji or LOL after that one, bro. Please.
Anyway, so yeah, and I would 100% assume that if the investigators thought that he was involved in any way, that they would have gone deeper into that situation. It's a horrible situation. I think people are just trying to find alternative theories. I mean, just the thought of a mom doing that to her children, people's brains can't process that, I believe. And they're just looking for someone. The other guy did it theory, you know. There's always the other guy.
Right.
So you want to go ahead and finish this?
Yes.
Regulation.
Or we can finish this another time. I can finish this on my own if you wanted to. Feel like,
I find the case interesting.
It is very.
3.
So what are we looking at here? Are they out to dinner or something?
No, he's picking up the takeout food that she ordered.
Oh, okay.
Children in the way that they happen, where it takes at least a minute to 2 minutes to kill one. I mean, it's so depraved that I think that you can kind of give up on the premeditation because you have that in your back pocket, right? So there's 2 ways to get first degree murder in Massachusetts that you don't have the depraved way here in Arizona. It's either premeditated or it's felony murder.
And don't you think also just the sheer, like, there are 3 victims here. So it takes her more than a minute to strangle and kill one child. And then to see that happen, to choose to move on to the second child, to choose to move on to the third child. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's like,
and don't
after
forget
the first one dies, after the second one dies, after the third one dies, at what point does that not snap you out of anything?
Found in a different room in the basement. So like, it was almost like she had to chase him down, and she closed the door to the basement. So that shows concealment. So it appears that she knew what she was doing. And that, you know, if a voice was controlling her, it just seems odd that a voice would conceal the crime from the husband, because the husband would actually have to open the door and then go downstairs to find them.
Oh, man. And then they played that 911 audio that was not for public consumption, but it was played in the courtroom of just his 911 call where he thinks it's just his wife has hurt herself and goes into the house, and just this like blood curdling scream when he realizes that the children, all of them, are dead. There's also this topic of altruistic filicide. So they brought that up. Does that mitigate things in any way? Like, well, she thought they would be better if she's going to kill herself, that she should not have them suffer, or, you know, that she was doing it of an altruistic motive.
So remember, there's 2 ways that the defense can, you know, disprove the government's case. And the first way is, we've already talked about it, she didn't have control over herself. The second way is that she didn't understand the wrongfulness of her actions. And that's where filicide comes in. So for viewers who don't know what filicide is, and I didn't either until I saw this, was that, you know, you kill your infant because you think it's good. Like it's you know, you're bringing them to yourself. There's a famous case where the husband killed a wife, and then he decided to kill the children before they walked in the front door because it would be too devastating for them to see their mother killed.
Like to spare them.
It would be better for the children if he killed them to be with the mother in heaven. So that's what filicide is. Your motivation is that you're doing them a kindness. Obviously, you have to have something wrong with you, but that's what filicide means.
We just got a viewer question asking about, does this remind you of any case? And I mean, immediately I'm like, ding, 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 Susan Smith. There are so many things. So, I mean, if you weren't around, that was 1994. And she's the South Carolina mom who killed her 2 little boys, claimed a black man carjacked her, kidnapped her boys. She's crying, these fake tears, it makes me sick, to multiple news interviews saying like, oh, you took my babies, who would do this and stuff. And then it was only later did she confess that she drove her car into the lake with her 3-year-old and 1-year-old son strapped into their car seat. She got life, which incidentally, I did not know this, could mean less time than in a mental institution because it was just a couple years ago when she appealed to the parole board to get out after 30 years. She did not get out. But the parallels with this case is very interesting, Josh, because the court of public opinion has shifted so significantly. So when Susan Smith was brought in, people were screaming at her and she's covering her face and hiding, getting into the back of the squad cars there. And people are baby killer, all this, Now you see a sea of pink outside the courthouse. We've seen crowds of women lining up and they're saying, we support Lindsay Clancy. And it's become this real flashpoint for maternal mental illness. This is a bizarre phenomenon to observe, the differences and the similarities in this case.
Well, it's the power of social media. When you are able to put out, a very, niche viewpoint and popularize it, that's where this comes from. And you're looking at a certain view of how women should look at postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis and really accountability. From what I've seen online, the people that are supporting Ms. Clancy are those who want to take responsibility away from the mother and then put it on the government, saying that she had a cry for help. She didn't have the resources that she needed, and ultimately.
Wow, can this many women be wrong? What do you think about that, Dom? I didn't know that this was happening.
Yeah, I think they can all be wrong.
This many.
Yeah, it's just a social phenomenon. They feel sorry for her, and are there issues with women help services and mental health services? Absolutely.
I've never seen this at a case, though. This many showing up. Wow.
What about that Luigi guy? I mean, he's got a fan club.
True.
And he executed that guy, a husband and a father of two, and he has a fan club.
True.
This world is insane. It's upside down. It's like SpongeBob. It's opposite day. What's good is bad and what's bad is good. And do I understand they want to support women's health and women's mental health and postpartum crisis situations? Yeah, absolutely. But if it's proven that it wasn't a psychotic break and it was deliberate and they're still supporting her, then I got a problem with society and not just the individual who committed the crime. I just don't understand the phenomenon. I guess I'm just the type of person that right is right, wrong is wrong, black is black, white is white. I know that life is full of grace because my husband taught me that. But in certain circumstances, something is either right or it's wrong.
Well, I don't know enough I agree with you. I don't know enough about this. So
yeah,
I don't recall this.
We'll see what the jury comes back with, and then we'll talk about it after that. And then we can analyze why they came to the conclusion they came to. I mean, I know a lot of people, she's a mother, and V was talking about more like Andrea Yates, but Andrea Yates had postpartum psychosis after every birth, and he kept making her make more babies because their religious beliefs didn't believe in birth control. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, she kept popping out kid after kid, and after every kid, she had postpartum depression to psychosis. So that was a failure of her husband to care for his wife. And even back then, when the Yates case happened, there really wasn't sufficient health care, mental health care for women. Mm-hmm. This woman went to psychiatrist. She went to inpatient. But the problem is she signed herself out, and maybe she signed herself out too early.
Well,
ultimately, it's the responsibility of the government to spot this condition and put a stop to it before it happened. But as the prosecutor pointed out in her closing argument, that Lindsay Clancy had access to some of the best health care in the country. Mm-hmm. And she did have help. She did see experts, but she didn't tell these experts exactly what was going on. In particular, she never told her healthcare providers that she was seeing or hearing hallucinations. She never told them that she wanted to kill her children. The only thing that they were aware of was her suicidal ideations. They didn't know anything about her children. And so if you're not honest with your healthcare providers, they can't provide you the healthcare that you need.
Good point.
It's pretty wild because there's such an abundance of expert witnesses here, and all of them interviewed Lindsay at different points along the way, some immediately thereafter, some more than 3 years thereafter. But they all, it seems, Josh, have different takes and different diagnoses. So was it postpartum psychosis, postpartum depression? Was it simple depression? Was it bipolar? How can you have so many experts in the room have such differing opinions?
Well, my evidence professor in law school this is an acronym, it's called a HOR. A witness has other reasonable explanation. And
thank you for spelling that out.
In the law, you have a lot of witnesses who, reasonable minds can differ. And here you have some of the best minds in the field. However, the only minds that I think really matter are the experts that were seeing Miss Clancy contemporaneously or at the same time that she was experiencing the psychosis. What these experts now are doing is, they're looking at this through the lens of hindsight, and they're coming up with different explanations, not based on their interviews of Miss Clancy during the time that it was happening. Some of these experts, they only interviewed her for like an hour, whereas the other ones who were actually seeing her saw her for days, hours, weeks, months, sometimes even years, because she had issues with her other children. So I just don't see how relevant those opinions can be when they weren't around when this was happening.
Here's Maureen, one of our viewers. I can't believe that women are actually defending her after she strangled 3 babies. And that's the other point. Her defense is not disputing those facts. She admits that she strangled her children with her own hands. But what it does come down to ultimately, Josh, is the jury. So let's take a look at the makeup of the jury. There are 18 with 6 alternates. From my accounts, it's 12 women, 5 men. And apparently a couple of the female members of the jury, I don't know if they were alternates or actual seated members of the jury, were brought to tears during closing arguments. What do you make of that?
Well, I guess it depends on who they were crying for and who was giving the closing. If they were crying during the prosecution's resuscitation of the facts, like when they were talking about the facts of the case, I think that's good for the prosecution. However, if a member of the jury was crying during one of the defense's arguments, that would give me pause as a prosecutor. I would think, oh man, this person is buying what the defense is selling. So it depends on when that juror was crying and exactly at what point in time. Was it during, a resuscitation of the facts by the prosecutor, or was it, an emotional appeal to the jury by the defense attorney? If it was during that time, oh boy, I would be worried if I was a prosecutor.
Why can't
I guess
tell
it's
us?
like you said earlier.
Why can't don't they know what time it was? Boy, I think they would know who was standing up talking when that happened. It's pretty easy.
A little bit of reading of the tea leaves, and we can't over speculate because they could just be so overcome by emotions. I mean, you see them holding up so many of the props in the courtroom today, her bag of medicine, the exercise bands, and maybe just that sheer volume of this really happened was enough to bring any human to tears. So maybe we shouldn't read into that too much. We did have an earlier question. I don't know if my team can bring it up, but it was a question about if she is acquitted. And I want to see if I can read what that specific question was. Okay. Stanley Cup champs next year. Thank you for that. If acquitted, could she ever get out of a psychiatric facility? If so, would there be a new trial to deem her competency later in life? This kind of goes back to Susan Smith, what we were talking about before. Like, if you're acquitted, then what? If she's acquitted, then what?
Okay, so I think that we're confusing the word acquittal with guilty except insane. So
yeah,
in Massachusetts, the prosecution still has to prove that she committed the murders. So if she's acquitted, she would be set free. But I think what your question is, like, what if she is guilty except insane? So in that context, she would be sent to a mental institution indefinitely until a judge would determine that she's not a danger to herself or to anybody else.
Wow. So I think I'm going to look into this more. So I'm kind of hitting the wall. So
Yeah, me too.
some of that beautiful
I was
music of yours too.
I was just about to give a 10-minute warning and
Mhm.
say it's 1:16. I got laundry to do.
I could be doing that too. So we can close
Yeah,
this
but
out anyhow.
I
if
have
you
to
want.
stay up, so because otherwise it really messes my sleep cycle for work if I don't stay up the night before. So any
But,
QQQs out there? Thank you everybody for joining us for this little late night chit chat. I kind of like it. It was nice. We got to read the chat. We got to answer questions. It was really sweet.
And you're so easy to talk to. You make this easy.
I try.
You're wonderful.
Well, thank you very much.
I had a great time. So thanks
I
to
got
everyone from my
I've got
chat
lots and lots of stories. So I mean, I can go off on tangents for hours. So we'll do it another time.
We
We'll do it
will. I
another
look
time.
forward to it for sure.
Well, thank you, Shibby, and thank you, chat. I'll end the stream and we'll have one more song. I don't know if Shibby, will my song play on yours?
Yeah, please do. I
excellent.
will just mute myself, and when you're done, play it. And so I'll be saying my goodbyes now. I'll say goodbyes in my chat too, and I'll type them.
I'll say
as you
goodbye to
play.
all of you now too. Good night,
So
everyone.
we get to
Thank
know
you
what's
for
the
joining.
title of the song. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Could you say that one more time? I won't.
Oh, we're not just names on a screen. I think that's the ending one I did. There's two of my favorite ones. I don't know which one I picked.
Awesome.
Well, I
thank
can
you.
look.
Thank you, and good night. It's been wonderful.
Are you going to be on in the morning with the boys?
Well, for them, when they say morning, it's 3 hours later for me. So it depends. I don't think they were going to be in the morning. So usually, if they went at 9 or 10, it's usually around 12 or 1 p.m. for me. So,
okay.
What time's it? Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Numbers.
just names on a screen is the ending song. It's about all of us.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
about our YouTube community, our good YouTube community.
Let it rip. And I'll just type away. So good night, everyone.
Sounds good.
I'll just mute myself, and thank you for having me. We'll do it again.
Thank you for agreeing to it in such short notice, too. I love little pop-up spur of the moment things.
Sometimes it's better just to go off the cuff without, look how great it was.
Well, everyone was still, excited about the trip that the boys made, and we just kind of helped them finish the night.
And I was going to say, you came in at the right time because I was feeling a little blah, but then about 4 or 5 or 6 people just came in with these uplifting comments, and I was just like, I started getting excited, like energized again. So you came in at the perfect time.
Perfect time. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good.
Thank
Good
you
night.
again.
Bye.
Night, Shib.
Good night.
When I started down this road, I walked it on my own, looking for the answers hidden where the questions roam. But along the way I found a family I never knew, a community of truth seekers loyal through and through. Every comment, every chat, every kind and helping hand, every word of encouragement helped me take a stand. You've lifted me through doubts and days when things move slow, and I just want to thank you all for helping me grow. We're not just names upon a screen, we're more than what the world has seen. Together searching for the facts we know, questioning all leads and shutting out the noise. Domsea 303 is searching for the truth, shutting out the noise and following the clues. Side by side together through every twist and turn, sharing thoughts and lessons that we're all here to learn. Through the highs and the lows, wherever the evidence goes, the friendships that we've built are worth more than we'll ever know. Domsea 303 is searching for the truth, shutting out the noise, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. In every live stream conversation, every late night thread, every theory carefully examined, every path we tread. Respectful disagreements, open minds and honest views, trying to separate the facts from rumor, speculation and conspiracy theory. The fellowship we built means more than words can say, a circle of support that grows stronger every day. Though we're miles apart, we gather every night, united by a common goal to bring the truth to light. We're not just names upon We're more than what the world has seen. Together searching for the facts we know, questioning all leads and shutting out the noise. Domsea 303 is searching for the truth, shutting out the noise and following the clues. Side by side together through every twist and turn, sharing thoughts and lessons that we're all here to learn. Through the highs and lows, wherever the evidence goes, the friendships that we built are worth more than we'll ever know. Domsea 303 is searching for the truth, shutting out the noise, and I'm grateful for each and every one. These two are streamers, 85-7 Tucson and JLR investigates. God, Juice and Alex, a criminal network helping navigate. Sleuth intuition and sweet dude Shibby too. Patriot pride and exploring with Jim staying true. Savage CC investigates and PF 56. We investigates in cases and conversations in the mix. Mickey's on just cases and Monk's intrigue along the way. Ted investigates and just Max live lighting up the day. Mark the Shark and DGL. Jim's survival stories we know so well. Dirty Diana, Bruce Davis, Captain Kevin standing by. Angel eyes to your corner reaching for the sky. It course me 23 and let's talk with Chris. Brenda watching pretty little clues we don't want to miss. Every creator, every chatter, every friend I've come to know. You've helped build this community and helped this channel grow. Domsea 303 is searching for the truth, shutting out the noise and following the clues. Together we're a family, connected far and wide, bound by friendship, fellowship, and standing side by side. The answers may be waiting somewhere down the road, but the people I've met along the way are the greatest treasure known. Domsea 303 is searching for the truth, shutting out the noise with all of you. So here's my heartfelt thank you from the bottom of my soul, for every chat, every prayer, every kindness you've bestowed. We'll keep searching together wherever the evidence leads, because friendship is the greatest truth this journey's given me. Searching for the truth, shutting out the noise.